Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kobe and this is SkyTech Digital. Now in this video, I'm going to show you how you can be able to create this e-commerce website that you see over here called the EcoHaven e-commerce. Now this e-commerce website is just for eco product or eco-friendly product. So meaning that products that it is environmental friendly and it is an product that it's basically natural product. Okay, so that is exactly what we are going to do over. But then of course it's still an e-commerce website and you can be able to watch this particular video to create any e-commerce website that you want to create. So without wasting my time, let me show you how this whole website looks like. And if you want to go ahead to create this website, you watch the full tutorial. So this is the home page as you see over here. Let me refresh it, and then you see the animations that really comes on when the page loads first. So this is how it loads, and this is basically the home page. As you can see over here, this is how it looks like. So we have the hero section over here, which have this simple call to action over here, and then also this image over here. When you hover on it, it's kind of like giving you some simple animation over here. And then when you scroll down, also we have this product over here, and then you can walk through the products by clicking on each tab over here. So we use the tabs to be able to create this product. So as you can see, these are all the products, and we have the eco bags, we have eco cleaning supplies, we have personal care, we have reusable kitchenware. So you can be able to glance through and then see all the products. And then if you want to go to the main shop to see all the products over there, you can also click over here to check out all the products also over here. Now we also have this call to action over here for sustainable products for a greener tomorrow. You can go ahead and then shop it also over here. And then we have our blog, our latest blog post also over here, and then we have the footer also over here. Now this website is very simple, but it's detailed. As you can see, we have a transparent header over here, and when you are scrolling, we have a sticky header also over here. Now if you look at it very carefully, you can see that the logo changes as and when you scroll. So if it is on the transparent header, we have this logo, but when you scroll, you see that the logo background or is taken away. I'll show you how you can be able to create this amazing simple trick over here for you to be able to create your website over here. Now we have different homepage, but I'm not going to show you all how the other homepage looks like. If you watch my previous video, I have been able to create this website using a template on Template Seller. If you haven't watched it, you can go ahead and then go back and go to the channel and then watch it. I'll leave the description. I'll leave the link in the description for you so that you can be able to watch that particular video. But as you can see, this website have another homepage also over here, and the homepage is also very simple and very nice. So this is how the homepage looks like. Okay, very simple homepage. It's similar to the previous one, but just that some of the content changes. So the header over here is different. If you scroll down, over here also is different. The product over here, if you see, we have these two nicely designed call to action also over here, which is also different. We have also this one over here, and then we have the blog. So this is also another home page over here, but I'm not going to show you how to create this because after we finish creating this particular main home page, you'll be able to create any kind of home page that you want to create. So there's it, and then we have the about. Also we have the services, we have shop, and under the shop we have all the other categories of products that you can be able to find. We have the blog, and then if you come over here, we have our contacts, we have my account where users can be able to log into the account to check their orders and other stuff. We have cart also over here, that when you click on it, there's going to be a pop-up over here, and then you see all your products in cart. Now I'm going to show you how you can be able to create this kind of header over here. Now if you see, we have some menus on your left and then some menus on your right. I'm going to show you how you can be able to do this trick using the Kadence theme, which is a free theme that you'll be able to use. Now, one thing about this website is everything we use is free except the domain and the hosting that you're going to buy. Everything is free. Okay, so you don't need to do anything, just follow this tutorial and then you can be able to create this amazing website. Now take a look at how the about page looks like. This is a simple about page. Over here you can have a simple about page design over here, and this is also the services page, also very simple and unique, that you can be able to also create this simple services page. And then we also have our products page. I'll show you how you can be able to create all these product pages, the shop page. And then we also have a blog also page over here. Let's go into the shop over here, and then we select one single product, and then we look at how the product page also looks like. So let's look at this particular one over here, and then let's look at how this product also, simple product also look like. With the help of the Kadence theme, you can be able to create a very nice simple product page over here. So we have the product name, the price, short description over here, add to cart button. If you want to select, you can select, and then you can add all these things, add these things also over there. And we have the product description, reviews, and other stuff, where users who log in can give you a review, and then you're gonna have the stars appears over here. So I'm going to show you how you can be able to do all those things. And then we have related product also over here, and basically that is how the single product page looks like. Okay, now aside a single product, let's say we add this product to cart. Let's look at how the cart page also looks like. So let's go and ahead and view our cart page, and let's see how it looks like. So this is a simple cart page for WooCommerce, and as you can see, this is how our cart page looks like. Okay, we can also proceed to checkout to see how the checkout page also looks like. So this is how the checkout page also looks like. Very simple, very unique. You can go ahead and then be able to check out successfully. Now I haven't added any payment option. This is just cash on delivery, but of course you can go ahead and add any payment options that you want. We have Paystack, we have Stripe, we have PayPal, we have all the other payment options that WooCommerce support. You can go ahead and add, and then if you place an order, let's say we're gonna place an order, so let me just add my name over here. So let's say Kobe Evans. I'm just gonna cut this one and put this one over here with the address. Let's say I'm just gonna enter this one over here, optional, so you can enter your phone number, which is optional, and then if everything is all right, you can just go ahead and place the order. All right, so you see, after placing order, you have this thank you page over here, which you have your order details and other stuff over here. Okay, so basically this is how the whole website flow looks like, the e-commerce website, and everything looks like. It's perfect, it's nice, and you can be able to go ahead and watch this tutorial to be able to create this simple WooCommerce website for any store that you want. Okay, but this specifically is for eco-friendly products, which we call it EcoHaven shop. So without wasting my time and without taking much of your time, let's get ahead and then go ahead and create this beautiful website that you see over here. Alright guys, so to be able to create this amazing website that you see over here, the first things first. Now first of all, you need what we call the domain name, and you need also hosting. Okay, so without domain name and hosting, you cannot be able to create any live website. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you where you can be able to get domain name and hosting, and then you go ahead to install WordPress on your hosting, and then we can be able to go ahead and use it. But you see, I don't want this tutorial to be long, and I have lots of videos that shows you how to you can be able to get domain name and hosting. So we're going to brush through this particular first phase, and then we jump into the main job, which is just designing the website. So to get domain name and hosting, first of all, what you want to do is, for those of you who don't understand what domain names are, domains are the www.blah.com that you see on each website. Okay, so that is the domain name. And then also hosting is where you keep all your web design files. Okay, so all your files, your website files, wherever you're going to, so the images, the the documents and everything that comes with development of the website, where you're going to keep it. Okay, you need to have some place to store it, and that is where we call the hosting. It's just like a hard disk that you buy online, and then it hosts it in the cloud for you. Okay, so that is basically it. So to get the domain name and hosting, just type in kitechdigital.com/namecheap. Okay, so just this particular URL over here. I'm going to put the link in the description for you to be able to go ahead and then purchase the domain name over there. Now it's an affiliate link, and if you use it, you'll be able to help this channel to grow. Okay, so basically that is it. It's not anything that I own. It is just an affiliate link which will take you to Namecheap over here. Okay, so basically that is it. So as you can see over here, this is this is Namecheap over here, and what you're going to do is you're going to enter your domain name over here. So let's say I'm going to enter EcoHavenGH.com. Okay, so let's say this is the domain name I want to buy. I can go ahead and click on search over here, and then I will be able to get the domain name. If it's only available, I'll be able to see it over here that it is available, and it will be marked as this color over here, and I can go ahead to add it to cart if I want to add it. Now I've already added this particular domain to cart, and as you can see over here, I can go ahead to view it. Okay, I've added domain name and hosting, but I want to remove it so you guys will see how all is done. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Namecheap homepage again, and I'm going to go ahead and then just say EcoHavenGH.com, and let's click enter, and then it's going to search for us. All right, so as you can see, this is it. I can go ahead and click over here to add to cart, and after adding to cart, I can hover on hosting over here, and I want to use shared hosting. Now shared hosting is the cheapest, so I'm going to go ahead and go and choose shared hosting. And as you can see, we have Stellar hosting, we have Stellar Plus, we have Stellar Business. Anyone that you feel it is okay for you, that you can be able to pay every year, go ahead and choose that one. Okay, so let's say I want to add the lowest one, which is 1 point something every month. That is this particular one over here. As you can see down here, you can see shared Stellar, which is 22.88 per year. Okay, so every year I'm going to pay this amount, and every year I'm going to pay this amount for my domain and this amount for my hosting, and in total I'm going to pay 34.36 for my domain and hosting, which is quite okay, because everything that apart from this one, everything that we're going to do is free. You just pay this one, and then you get your website on the go. So we're gonna go ahead and click add to cart, and it's gonna take you to this place. Now of course, if you confirm your order, they're gonna tell you to sign in and all those things. Make sure you sign up if you don't have an account. Okay, and then go ahead and then purchase your domain and hosting, and you can be able to easily install WordPress on your hosting, and then start using your domain name to create your website. Now I've gone ahead to do all those things because I don't want the website to be that long. Okay, so once you purchase your domain name and hosting and you install WordPress, I'm going to close this one. This is exactly what you're going to get. Okay, you're going to get a new WordPress installation over here, and I'm gonna visit the website on the front end. You see that there's nothing over here. Okay, this one is different from this particular one. Let me just refresh this one so you know that this is a fully functioned website over here. Okay, so this is different, this is working perfectly, and this one there's nothing over here. Okay, so this is where we're going to create our website. Okay, so this particular domain name is where we're going to create our website on. Now let's go ahead and quickly do some few settings, and then we can be able to go ahead and start creating our website now. Okay, so first of all, what I want to do is I'm going to dismiss this particular one over here. So let me just click this one to dismiss it, and we have some other notices. I'll click on screen option over here, and then I want to tick all these ones. Okay, so now what I love doing is I want my dashboard to be clean, nothing over here. I know as long as I install different plugins and other stuff, there are some notices that will come over here, but of course you can still go to screen options over here, then tick them to make your your dashboard clean. All right, so now that we have clean dashboard, now let's go ahead to our settings over here and go to general settings. Okay, so make sure that you set your website name and other stuff that you're going to use. Okay, so website name, your tagline over here. Okay, so I'm going to use sustainable products for a clean greener tomorrow over here. And then if you have a site icon, now this is a site icon. Okay, so you can go ahead and choose it. Now I don't have any media over here, so I can go ahead and select my files. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and choose my EcoHaven files over here. So these are all the images that I'm going to use for the website. Okay, and this is what I'm looking for, this particular one. Now because I'm going to use all these images for my website, now what I love to do is to just select all of them, and then just bring all of them or upload all of them onto the website. So I'm going to just open it, so all of them will be uploaded onto the website one after the other. Okay, so let's hold on for all the images to be uploaded. Once it is done, we will so you see it's going fast over here. We will be able to come back and then continue the video. All right, so our images have been uploaded successfully. Now I'm going to leave a link in the description for you, for those of you who wants to practice. Okay, so you can use the images to be able to practice, right? I'm going to leave the link in the description for you. That will lead you to where you can be able to download these images. Okay, so I'll leave the link over there. Now over here we can go ahead and click on the one that we will use. Now remember that all the images I use over here, they're all AI generated images, right? So from the logo to everything is AI generated, so you can still get access to these files once I'm through with this particular video. I'll leave a link in the description for you to be able to get access to it. Now let's select the icon that we want, and then we set as site icon, so we can go ahead and then just go ahead and crop it, and as you can see, this is it. Okay, so we set it. Make sure that your website address is the same as you want. The site address should also be the same as the WordPress address over here. Now of course your admin email, make sure that is the same. Your new user role should be whatever you want. I want it to be customer. Okay, so but I'm still going to leave it as this, but since it's going to be an e-commerce website, it's supposed to be a customer. So let's say I want it to be customer, and then everything is correct. I'm just going to click on save changes over here. All right, so once I'm done over here, I'm going to come over here and go to permalinks over here. Now with permalinks, I want to set my links the way I want it. I want it to be post name. Okay, now what a post name really actually signifies, it means that the website name or the website URL slash any page or any product or anything that you set over here. So the post name is going to follow the website name. So as you can see over here, your website URL slash sample post. Okay, so that is exactly how it's going to be like. And if you set that as, if you leave it as day and name, it means that your website name slash the date before the sample post will come, which we don't want it that way. We want it to be SEO friendly. And for those of you who knows what SEO is, SEO means search engine optimization, so that when search engines, Google and other search engines are searching, they will be able to find our website over here. So I'm going to click on save changes over here, and I'll set it as it is, and we are good to go. So now that we are good to go, now what we need to do is to install theme, and then we install some plugins. Okay, so what is a theme? Now a theme is basically the building blocks of every website or WordPress website. So if you want to build a WordPress website, you need a theme, right? Now you may ask, so does it mean that this particular page over here or this particular website is still running on a theme? Yes, it is running on the 2025 WordPress theme. So if you go to appearance over here and you click on themes over here, you're going to see that there is a theme over here, which is the 2025 theme. Okay, now we need a theme that we can be able to customize it well. We can be able to, you know, design it using all our page builder, and then also design the other you know, the customization side, colors and all those things. We can be able to easily customize it to suit our brand and to suit whatever that we are doing. And that theme that we're going to look for is called the Kadence theme. Okay, so to be able to install a theme, just hover on appearance and click on themes over here. Now when you come over here, click on add theme, and then you can be able to either upload a theme, or you can search a theme from the themes directory, WordPress theme directory over here. Now wait for it to load, and then once it is done, we will be able to search for the theme that we are looking for. Alright guys, so this is the themes directory over here, and as you can see, we have lots and lots of themes over here. So over 7,000 themes, free themes available over here that you can choose to be able to create your website. But the theme that we want is one of the most popular themes. Okay, so if you click over here, you see that these are the most popular themes over here, and we call it the Kadence theme. So we're going to search over here and look for Kadence. Okay, so Kadence theme, that is one of the most popular themes that you can ever find on the WordPress you know, themes directory over here. All right, so this is the theme that we are looking for over here. So that is what Kadence. Okay, so hover on it like this and then click on install. All right, guys, so I've been trying to install this and it's not working, and they're giving me a you know, an installation failure over here. It says an unexpected error occurred. Something may be wrong with WordPress.org or this server's configuration. If you continue to have problems, please try the support forum. So I'm thinking there's something wrong with WordPress.org. So another way is for us to download this particular theme from WordPress.org and then also upload it over here. So let's open a new tab over here and then just type in WordPress.org. Let's go over there to see you know, to find the theme over here. So I'm going to click on extend over here, and I'm going to go to themes. All right, so over here I'm going to search for the Kadence theme, which is among the popular themes over here. I'm going to click on it, and I'll just click on download over here, and it is downloading for us. So once it's downloaded for us and it is complete, all what we need to do is to go back to our website and then install it over there. So let's hold on and see you know, completing something over here. I know they said it's done, but it's not really done because there's a pause sign over here. So I'm going to hold on for it to be done. All right, so it's done over here. So what I need to do is to go back to my themes over here and then click on upload theme. Okay, and I'm going to upload the theme that we we downloaded. So I'm going to go to the downloads, and this is the Kadence theme. I'll open it over here and click on install to install it. Okay, so as you can see, it is installing over here and it has successfully been installed, and all what we need to do is to click on activate to activate it. So I'm going to click on activate. And as you can see, our theme has been activated successfully, and it has been activated over here and deactivated the 2025 theme. So once we go to the front end over here and click on refresh, you see that our website have a new theme over here. So now we have a new theme, and we can go ahead to install other plugins that we want to install. So you see, sorry. So you see, once I wasn't able to install the theme through the themes directory over here, I went straight to the wordpress.org to download the theme, and then I just uploaded it on the website to that. So these are the different ways you can be able to also solve this issue. So let's go ahead and then install some plugins. Now, what are plugins? Plugins are some softwares that add functionalities to your website. For instance, we want to create maybe let's say we want to create a form, right? So we need a plugin that can be able to help us create that particular form, because we are not coding. Okay, so what we are doing is we are designing, and we need different plugins that can be able to help us to do different things on our website. So for instance, we want to create an e-commerce website. We need a plugin that can handle the e-commerce functionality, and that is what we will install. We will install the WooCommerce. We install page builders to be able to help us build our pages without coding. Okay, and that is what we are going to install. Now, this is the plugin. These are the plugins that we're going to install. Just 3 plugins: Elementor, master add-ons for Elementor, and then we will install WooCommerce. So let's go ahead and install the plugins. So to install plugins, we're going to go ahead and hover on plugins over here, click on add plugin, and we're going to search for the plugins over here. We just hoping that it will not give us the problem it was giving us with the themes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and search for Elementor. So Elementor is, for those of you who don't know what Elementor is, it is a page builder that helps you to be able to create pages. Okay, it's not just a page builder, but specifically it is like a website builder. Okay, so let's search for Elementor. Alright guys, so this is Elementor over here, and as you can see, Elementor website builder, more than just a page builder, and it has over 10 million active installations over here, and we can click on install now over here. Now let's pray that it doesn't give us the same issue that it gave us with the with the themes. Okay, so if you give us the same issue, then we will go to the wordpress.org, and as you can see, it has given us the same issue over here. So meaning that I'm sure WordPress have problem with their servers or whatever it is, but let's try as much as possible to install it by downloading it from their main website. So we're going to go to the same page, wordpress.org over here, and this time around we are not going to use themes. Okay, so we're going to click on extends, and then we're going to click on plugins over here. Okay, so we are going to search for Elementor. So just search for Elementor over here, and you're going to find this Elementor over here. Click on it, and then click on download to download it. So wait for it to download, and then we can go ahead and install it. Now once we are waiting for it to download, let's download all the other plugins that we're going to use. So let's look for Elementor add-ons, or what is it called, master add-ons. Okay, so yeah, this particular one over here. So I'm going to just copy this one, and then paste it over here, master add-ons, and click on search to search for it. Okay, so this is the plugin that we are going to look for. We're going to click on it, and what we're going to do is we're going to click on download over here to also download it. Now the last one that we're going to search for is WooCommerce. So let's just copy WooCommerce over here and come over here and click on it and click on search. All right, so this is WooCommerce. This particular plugin helps you to be able to create e-commerce website, and since our website is an e-commerce website, we need this plugin. So we're going to click on it, and we click on download. Okay, so now we have 3 downloads that we are waiting for it to finish, so we can be able to go ahead and install them one after the other. All right guys, so everything has been downloaded successfully, all the plugins downloaded. So let's go over here to add plugins over here. I'm gonna scroll up, and then you see this one which says what, upload plugin. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and then upload the plugins that we install. So first of all, we're gonna upload the first one, which is Elementor over here. So I'm gonna upload it and click on install now over here. So let's wait for it to upload and install for us, and then we go ahead to activate it once it is done. All right, so it has been successfully installed. Now we can go ahead to activate it over here. So I'm going to click on activate. Okay, so we are on the onboarding process of Elementor, and you can go ahead to start the setup and all those things, but I'm going to just close this one because there's no need for me to do any setup. I don't need it for anything. Now I'm going to go back over here and click on add plugins, or add plugin to add all the other plugins that we have downloaded. Okay, so I'll scroll up and then look for upload plugin. So this is the upload plugin button that we are looking for. So this is the upload plugin button that we are looking for. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click on choose, and then I'll add master add-ons to it, and I'll click on install now. Okay, so once it is done, I can go ahead to click on activate plugin. All right, so I'll skip this one, and we are also done over here. So of course you can go to the add-ons over here, and then select all the add-ons that you want to use in the Elementor site. So I'm gonna click over here. So these are all the activate all the add-ons that you want to, all the free ones that you want to use, and enable. Click on enable them over here. But all is done, so I'm gonna go to the next one. Also hover on element plugins over here, click on add plugin, and we're gonna add our last plugin, which is the WooCommerce plugin. All right, so once we are over here, we will still click on upload plugin over here, and we'll have this one to choose a file, and we're gonna add the WooCommerce over here, and we click on open, and we click on install now. Okay, so once it is done, we're gonna click on activate plugin over here, and we're going to go to the onboarding onboarding screen, or the setup wizard screen, and then we will set up our WooCommerce. So WooCommerce is used for creating e-commerce website. So that is exactly what we are going to do. We're going to set up our store, and we're going to go one after the other. So click on set up my store, and choose whatever applies to you. So I'm just starting my business. Your store name, EcoHaven, which is correct. The country or the types of products that you are selling, you can choose any or the other, anything that you over here, but I'm going to choose just other, and then where your store is located, which I'm going to leave Ghana over here, your email address, and then you click on you click to go ahead to set up your store for you. All right, so once you're over here, all what you need to do is to select which applies for you, but I'm going to unselect all of them because I don't want to install any plugins over here. And then I can click on continue over here, and in some few minutes everything will be set up, and then we can go ahead to start creating products and other stuff for our website. All right guys, so it is successfully done over here, and all what we need to do is to start creating our product and customizing what we have to customize to get our store going. So now we have done the WooCommerce setup, and we are okay with it. Now let's check the plugins and see if all the plugins that we want to install is successfully installed, and then we can go ahead with. Okay, so we have 1 2 3 over here, which is done. Okay, so now first of all, what we have to do is to start creating our pages. Okay, so we want to create all the pages that we need to create, and then we'll go ahead to start designing our website. So what are the pages that we want to create? We want to create the home page, the about page, the services page, the shop page, the blog page, contact, my account, and then cart. Now when we install WooCommerce, some of these pages are already created for us, like for instance the cart page, the my account page, the shop page, all of them are created for us, so we don't need to recreate them again. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to pages over here, and we click on all pages over here, and then we're going to see all the pages that we have on our website. So as you can see, we have the cart page, the checkout page, my account page, privacy policy, which is on draft, refunds and returns policy, which is also in draft, and then we have the sample page and then the shop page. I'm going to trash this sample page, and then what I'll do is I'll go to quick edit and then just update this one, from change from draft to publish. Okay, so we can use the page to design our website. The same applies to quick edit over here on the privacy policy over here. I'm changing it to from draft to publish, and then I'll update it. Now of course you can go inside and then review your privacy policy. These are sample how do you call it, sample like content on it. So if I go over here and then click on this one and come over here, see that these texts are all sample text over here. Okay, but I just need it so we can be able to use it to create our menus and other stuff. All right, so now that we have done what we have done, the next step is for us to create the remaining pages. So we want to create the home page, we want to create the about page, we want to create the services page, and then we jump on to create the blog page. We go to the contact page. So I'm going to go ahead and create all those pages. So we are just creating, we are not designing. After we creating them, we will design them one after the other. So I'll click on add page over here. All right, so what we are going to do is we're just going to type in the title of the page, which is home, and then under template over here, because we're going to use Elementor to create our pages, we're going to click over here and then change it to Elementor full width, and then we hit publish. All right, so our first page is published. Now let's go to the next one. Click on add new page on your left hand side. If you don't really see it on your left hand side, you can go over here, click over here, and then you click on this one, which you have to exit the full screen mode before you can be able to see these things over here. Okay, so our next one is to create the about page, and then we click on this one, click on this, and then we click on Elementor full width, and then we can go ahead and click on publish. All right, so our next one is to go ahead and then create the services page. So we're gonna go ahead and create the services page, and also do the same thing. We go ahead and select Elementor full width, go ahead and click on publish over here. Okay, so our next page that we are creating, so we've created home, about, services. We're gonna create the blog and then the contact. So we're gonna go ahead and say blog, and then we go ahead to change the template over here to Elementor full width. We go ahead to click on publish to publish it, and then our next page is the contact. So we change we enter the name of the page or the title of the page, and then we click over here to change it to Elementor full width. We go ahead to click on publish. All right guys, as you can see, we've created all our our pages that we can use it to create our menu. Now if you go down over here, we're gonna create all these menus also. Okay, so bear with me. Now let's go to here, and then now that we've created our pages, our next step is to create our menus. Okay, so our menus. Now what are menus? Now when you go to over here, the top one, this is a menu, this is also a menu, this is a menu, all of them are menus. Okay, so a menu is just like a list of pages combined together. Okay, so we're going to create our menus. Now how do we create the menu? We hover on appearance over here, and then you see menus over here. Click on menus to create your menu. All right, so now that we are over here, now we have to name our menu. So when you you don't have any menu over here, this is how it's going to be like. Okay, so you first create your menu. So the first one I'm going to do is to create my main menu. So you type in main menu over here. Okay, and then I'm going to display it on the primary location. So I'm going to set it to primary over here, and I'm going to click on create. Okay, so if you go over here, this is my primary menu, this is my secondary menu. Okay, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So what is on my primary? We have home, about, services, shop, and then we have what, blog over here. So let's go over here and then set up. I'm going to go to view all, and then we're going to change everything of bring everything over here. Okay, so I'll click on home. Now you see the home is 2 over here. Okay, meaning that something is wrong. Now what is wrong? If you come to the home page over here and then you refresh the website, let's refresh the website, and you see we don't have any menu over here. But if we go to the home page, or if you go to, let's say, the home that we created, the page home that we created, okay, let's go over there and see how it looks like. So this is the home page that we created. Now if you right click and then you open in a new tab over here, you're gonna see that the link over here says /home. Okay, /home, but over here it doesn't say /home, it just brings us to the home page over here. And we want this particular place, this particular page over here, to be our home page. Okay, so that we don't have /home. So what do? We have to go down to settings over here and then go to reading. Okay, so we click on reading, and what we're going to do is we're going to change our homepage display to static page. Okay, so we'll change it to static page over here, and then we select our home, which is this one over here, and then the post page is going, all the posts that we create on the website will go to our blog over here. So this is it's gonna go to our blog over here, and then we can click on save changes over here. All right, so now we've created what we've made our home page the home. Now if you come over here and you see /home, but if I refresh it right now, the /home is supposed to go away. So as you can see, it is gone. Okay, nothing is there anymore. Now this is our home page. So if I come over here and I click on this one over here, you see this is now our home page. Okay, so we are good to go. So now we go back to our appearance and then click on menus over here, and then we can go ahead and then start creating our menu. So we've created one menu, but we don't have anything in the menu. So all what we need to do is to add things in the menu. Now let's click on view over here. So now you see that we don't have 2 homes, we only have 1 home. Okay, so this is the front page, and then we can select it, select the blog, select about, select services, and select shop. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. Now let's look at how this one also looks like. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, exactly the way we want it. So we're gonna just oh sorry, we should have added them over here. Okay, so let's go back again. Home, blog, about, services, and then shop. So let's click on add to menu to add them over here. And then once we're done, we just rearrange them. So let's go ahead and rearrange them. Home, about, services, shop, and then blog. Okay, so we click on save menu. Now our menu is saved. If we come over here and refresh it, you see that it's going to appear over here. Okay, but if you look at this one, this and this is different, so we have to rearrange them and then make it the way we want it. So we'll do that in the customizer session, but for now we're gonna go ahead and create another menu again, which is the secondary menu. Alright guys, so now that we have created our main menu over here, now it is time for us to create also the other menus that comes with the website. So let me just close over here and scroll down over here, and we're gonna see that we can be able to create this menu, this menu, this menu, and this one also. We can also be able to create this menu. So we're gonna create this secondary menu over here. So we're gonna go over here, and over here you see that it will say create a new menu. So click on create new menu, and we are going to create our new menu. So over here we'll enter a new name, we call it the secondary menu over here, and I'm just going to put it on secondary over here and click on create menu. Okay, so once we've created the menu, now we need to add some items into the menu. So let's check over here and see what the secondary menu. We have the contact, and then we have my account. Now over here, this is just something we can add later on. So these two things are in the secondary menu. So we're gonna go over here and just add contact and then my account, and we click on add to menu to add it. All right, so now that we've added it, we can go ahead and click on save menu over here. Okay, so sorry. Okay, so our secondary menu is created. Now we have to go to our footer to create all the footers over here. So we have the company, we have the quick links, we have eco-friendly products, we have social media over here. So we're gonna go over here and also click on create a new menu. So we click on it. Now once we click on it, so we're gonna create this menu which says company. So I'm just going to copy this one, come over here and create the company menu over here. This one I'm not going to assign it to anything, I'm just going to create it. All right, so now what is under the company? We have about, available services, latest put, and then FAQ over here. So I'm just going to about services blog. Okay, so let me just add this over here and go to view all to add a blog also over here. And then the last one I will add is also a custom link, which is for the FAQ. Okay, so FAQs. Okay, I don't have any page for FAQ, that is why I'm adding the custom link over here. So once I have this one done, so I'm going to just arrange it well. So this is what about available services. So I'm going to copy this one to change the name over here. Services, you can click on this arrow and then change it to available services over here. And then with the post also, we will say latest post. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here and then say latest posts. Okay, you can make it how you want it, and then FAQs. All right, so now I'll click on save menu to save our menu. Okay, so now that we are done with this one, we have to go ahead and then also create the other menu. So we have quick links over here, we have eco-friendly products, and then we have social media over here. Now remember, we have not created our our categories. Okay, so under the shop we did not add any categories over here, so we have to create our categories so we can use it to create our eco-friendly product menu over here. But let's create this one and create this one, then later on we'll go and create the categories, product categories over here. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to create new menu over here, and we'll use that new menu to also create it. All right, so over here the new menu that we are going to create is quick links. So I'll copy this one, come over here and then put it over here, and then click on create menu. Okay, so once it is created, we will have to come to view all, and then we'll add our shop, which is the online store, my account, help, and then contact, and then other tracking. So we're gonna come over here and say shop, my account, contact over here, and we will add this over here, and then we'll add a custom link for help tracking. Okay, so other tracking, so we're going to add other tracking also over here. So I'm just going to scroll down. All right, so what we're going to do is we'll help and contact. So I'm going to come over here and then oh, not help and contact, that is order tracking. So I'm going to come over here and then type it over here, order tracking. Okay, and we will click on add to cart over here. All right, so now that we have this one, we have to edit this one. So the first one, we're going to bring it to the top, just drag and bring it to the top, and hold and drag and bring it to, and we will rename this one as online store. Is the same page, just that we are renaming the the name over here, and then we'll just drag this one also to the top, okay, just under online store. And then over here, instead of the small a, we're gonna make it capital A over here. Okay, so contact also, we will say help. And so if you look at it over here, it says help and contact, and then we have other tracking. So basically we are done with this one. We're going to click on save menu over here. Now the next one we would deal with is the social media. Okay, so we're going to go over here and then click on add new menu, and then we look for social media. So we type in social media. So I'm going to type in this one, and I'm going to create the menu by not assigning it to any location. And then over here I'll just use custom links. So just use your social media links over here. So I'll just use a pound sign over here, and I'll go ahead and then enter the social media name, which is Facebook. Okay, so put the link over here and enter the label over here, or the link text over here. And then over here also I'll use Instagram, and then the next one is also going to be we have Facebook, Instagram, let's see, we have Twitter, we have YouTube. So we're gonna go over here and say Twitter, which is into bracket X, and then the last one is gonna be YouTube. So YouTube. Okay, so if you have different social media, you can be able to add it over here. All right, so now that is done, I'm going to click on save menu, and we are good to go. So now the only menu left for us to create is this eco-friendly product menu that we haven't created. So we're going to go over here, and before we do that, we're going to hover on product, and then we're going to click on categories over here. So product categories is what we are looking for. So click on product categories, and we're going to add all our categories, product categories over here. So if under shop we have eco bags and storage, we have eco cleaning supplies, we have personal care, we have reusable kitchenware, we have sustainable bundles, and then we have other eco products. Okay, so we're going to go over here and then add all of them. So I'm going to dismiss this one and add all of them over here. So the first one is eco bags and storage. So I'm going to come over here and say eco bags and storage. Okay, and then I will go down and click on just add new over here. Okay, so if you like, you can add images and other stuff too. So if I click on edit, I can be able to go ahead and upload an image. So eco bag and storage, let's look at how what kind of bags and storage that we're going to look for. So over here, let's say we're going to use this one over here, and we're going to just use it and click on update. So that is for eco bag and storage. All right, so we're going to go to categories over here, and then we will add a new category. So what is the new category that we will add? We have eco cleaning suppliers. So we have supplies, eco cleaning supplies. So eco cleaning supplies, make sure you get the spelling correct. So eco cleaning supplies, and then we'll just add an image to it. So eco cleaning supplies. So let me just use this one over here and click on it and click on add new category. Okay, so the next one is personal care. So this is what we are using, personal care. And this one also we're gonna use let's see. So I'm gonna use this toothbrush over here. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna use this particular brush over here, so for personal care, and I'm gonna just click on add over here. So you can add all your continue adding everything. So over here also the next one is reusable kitchenware. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here and say reusable usable kitchenware. So reusable kitchenware, you can go ahead and search for any reusable kitchenware that you want to use it. So anything over here, it's if it is reusable for you, so you can be able to use it. So let's say I want to use this one. I'll click on it and then click on add category. So you can go ahead and add all your categories. I'm going to leave it as it is because of time. I don't want to waste time over here. Just go ahead and do whatever you want to do. Add more categories over here. Now that we've added the category, we can go back to our appearance over here and then click on menus over here, and then go ahead and click on add new menu to add more menus over there. Okay, so our last menu that we're going to add, we will call it let's see how we call it, eco-friendly product. Okay, so I'm going to copy this one, come over here and then paste it over here. These are eco-friendly products. We'll not assign it to any location. We're just going to click on create menus over here, or create menu over here. Okay, once it is done, we come to over here. Now we are supposed to look for product categories. Okay, so but as you can see, there's no product category over here. So just scroll up and then you see this screen option over here. Click on it and then tick this particular one, which is product categories, and then just close the screen option. Scroll down again and you're going to see product category over here. Now click on it and click on view all, and you see all the product categories over here. So we're going to check the ones that we want, and then we will add them to the menu. So let's say we want to the first one to be reusable, whatever it is. Let's say just this once. Okay, and then we can click on save menu. All right, so now that we're done, we want to add we want to add the menus, the categories under this shop over here. So how do we do it? We're going to go to menus over here and then we select the menu that we want, which is the main menu. Okay, select it and then it will load it for us over here, and then under the shop we will add our categories. So we're going to come over here, click on view all, and then we can select all the categories that we want. Okay, this is uncategorized, we don't want it to be there. We just click on this one, and then how do we add it? Okay, so we just come over here and put it under this one. Come over here, put it under here, come over here, put it also under here, and then come over here and put it under here. So make sure that all of them is under the shop over here, and that is it. You just click on save menu to save the menu. Now if you go to the front end over here and you refresh the website, you're gonna see that when you hover on it, you see all the categories that you created over here. Okay, so basically that is how we do it. Now that we've created our pages and created our menus, now let's go ahead and then design the header and the footer the way we want it. So we're going to design the header and the footer the way we want it, just like we see it over here. Okay, so just like the way we see it over here, this is the header and then also this is the footer. Okay, so that is exactly what we are going to do. So let's go ahead and design the header and the footer the way we want it. Alright guys, so to be able to design the header and footer, all what we need to do is to hover on appearance over here and then click on customize. Now if you're on the front end over here, there's customize also over here. Okay, so just click on it and then you can be able to get to the customization section of this particular theme, and then you can be able to design your header and then footer. So we're going to click on customize. I'm going to open it in a new tab over here, and it's going to open the customize section for us, where we can be able to customize our header, our footer, our colors, and everything that we need for the website to be able to go on. All right, so now that we are over here, first of all we need to check the colors that we want to use. So if you go over here to the website, the colors that we are using is this green color over here. Okay, and then this green color over here, and I think that is the green color that we are using. So that is exactly what we are going to use. So we're going to go to here and then click on colors and font. So we're going to go over here and then click on colors and font over here, and we're going to change our colors over here. So I'm just going to just pick a green color over here, come over here and also pick another brighter green also over here. Okay, so something something like this. Okay, so that is exactly what we're going to use now. I want to give you all the color codes for all these colors that I use, so you understand how this whole thing goes. All right guys, so I have this colors over here that I'm going to use. So this first one, I'm going to copy it and come over here and then paste it over here. So this is the color that I will use for the first one, and I'll copy this one for the accent alt. So that is the second color, and then we go to this place, also copy the next one for basically for the for the text. So we're gonna click use this one, that is the strongest text, and then we also come over here and then copy this one for the strong text. So this one is also strong text. So this one is also strong text. We're gonna come over here and then paste it over here, and also come to this place and then also copy our next one, which is 666, and then paste it over here, and then we copy this one, which is also our next color, and then we also paste it here, and then we're gonna use this one, which we'll use basically for some of the backgrounds. So we will also paste it here, and then we use this one, which is FA. Click here and paste it here, and then this one is FFFF, so which is also correct. Now one thing about the Kadence theme is you can add different color palettes also over here. So you can add about 3 different color palettes in the free version. So you can choose a different color palette over here, you can choose a different one. Okay, so we are using the color palette one, and that is what we want. You can set colors for all of them so that you can be able to change the colors anytime you want it. All right, so now that I'm done with this one, I'm going to go ahead and then my links, I will just say no underline, and also yeah, no underline is quite okay, and then I'll publish this one. So once whatever you do over here, make sure that you publish it. Whatever you do over here, make sure that you publish it to let it take effect. So I'm gonna go over here. You can go to your buttons and then set your buttons the way you want it. You can also go to typography and then choose the best typography that you want to use for your website. All right, so now we're going to look at the fonts that we're going to use to create this particular website. So we're going to go over here and click on typography, and then we choose the font. So the base font, we're going to use Lato, Lato, this particular font over here. And then for the the heading font, we're going to use Poppins. Okay, so we're going to use Poppins for all of them. So that is what basically it. So once we are done with this, we're going to click on publish over here, and then we are good to go. So I'm going to go over here now. Let's look at how the main website that we're going to create looks like. So this is how it looks like. We have the header over here, and then when you scroll, also we have a sticky header also over there. So that is exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to go ahead and then start creating our header. So let's go back over here and then look for header. So this is header over here. Now when you look at this header, the logo is in the middle, and then we have these 2 menus over here. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to put logo in the middle over here, and then the primary menu will come over here, and then this place is going to be our secondary menu. Okay, so as you can see, this is how it looks like. And then we're going to add another button, which is the cart over here. So we're going to have this cart also over here. So if you look at it very careful, this is how it looks like over here. So now that we are done with this one, we're going to style it. So let's go ahead and style it. So we will go ahead and click on this, choose a logo over here. The logo layout, we're going to make it logo, and then over here we're going to go ahead and then select our logo. We're going to select our logo over here. I'm going to just crop it small, so this is quite okay. So I'm going to crop it. All right, so once it is done, we can go ahead and then set up our design our, or style our navigation. So we're gonna go to this particular side over here. Now this, what we are doing over here is basically for let me just take a look over here. It's basically for the normal page. Okay, so for the normal page, that is exactly how we will do it. So for the home page and other stuff, we're gonna just use a transparent header. Okay, so for this is the normal page, so I'm going to use this particular logo over here. So I'm going to come over here and change this logo. So let me just change this logo. So I'm going to change this logo to the white logo. So this is the logo that we're going to use, or the transparent logo, sorry. And I'm going to skip cropping over here, and this is the logo that will be using. So this same logo is going to be the sticky, for the sticky logo over here. Now let's go over here and look at, if you look at this one, you see that they're all in caps. Okay, everything over here is in caps. So we're going to go over here, click on this particular one, go to it, design, and we're going to put everything in caps. So first of all, it's going to be on the we're going to change this one to this over here, and we change this one also to this over here. So when you hover, you have this one. Forget about the blue that you are seeing. I don't know why Kadence have this kind of glitch over here. Whatever you do, it still come back to the default color over here, but I mean, it's okay, it's still fine. We can play around, because when I publish it and I go to the front end to go and look at it, it's not going to be the blue. Okay, so you see it is green over here. So that is why I said it's okay, I'm not worried about it. Now what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down, and then when we have navigation font over here, so I will click on it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this one to caps over here, and I'm going to reduce this a little bit to like 15. Okay, so of course you can change it to anything that you want, but 15, and I'm going to go to style and change it to 700 over here. Okay, and then I'll reduce this one a little bit to 14. Yeah, and then I'll give it a letter spacing of maybe 0.1. Okay, 0.1, and it's quite okay. So I'm going to do same for this place also. So I'll click over here, change this one to this one, and then change this one also to this one. So once we scroll down to the navigation font, we're gonna change this one to 15 or 14. Go over here, go to style, and change this one to like this, and then we can go to style over here, size over here, and then change this one to 0.1, which is also quite okay. So now we have everything successfully done on top over here. So with this particular one, we're also going to change it. So what we're going to do is, let's look at how this one looks like. So this is how it looks like. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to write cart over here. So we're going to just type in cart over here, and we want to use this one. So the label will change to cart. We want to use this one, and we go to it, design, and of course you can change the icon size and all those things, so depending on how you want it. Okay, so if you want it to be 1, this is how it's gonna be like. So let's say you want it to be 1, or maybe 1.2, or maybe 1.1. Okay, so let me just leave it as 1.1, and then with the cart total and all those things, you can decide. So cart total colors, so we're going to change it to this particular one over here. So this is the cart total colors over here, so I'm going to change it to this one, and then when you hover on it, let's see how when you hover on it, it becomes green. So the hover is going to be our green color over here. And then this one is cut background. We don't have it, so cut total colors. This is what I was talking about. So this one is going to be green, and when you hover on it, let's see, it's still green. Okay, so when you hover on it, it's still going to be the green over there. And then the cut total background, we're going to use this particular one over here, and when you hover also, it's still going to be this one also over here. So we are good to go. And then the cut label font, we're going to change this one also. Come here to 14, make it capital, change this one and make it you know, the bold, and then over here we're going to make it like 0.1. all right, so now everything looks perfect, everything looks the same, and we are good to go. So let's publish this one and go to the front end to take a look at how it looks like. All right, so this is how it looks like, and as you can see, it looks perfectly just like this one that you see over here. Of course, if you feel it's too big for you, you can also reduce it. Okay, so it all depends on you and how you want to do your things. All right, so now that we are done over here, now what we are going to do is we're going to make this you know, transparent. Okay, we want it to be transparent header. So if you go down, you see that we have transparent header over here. Okay, so we're gonna click over here and enable transparent, and then we disable it on all pages. So that is exactly what we're going to do. We enable it and then we still disable it on all pages. We disable it on all you know, post over here. But the design over here, the navigation colors, we're gonna make it white, the hover also green, or let's see how it looks like on the front end. Okay, so when you hover on it, it's not green, it's that, you know, this particular color over here, and then it's still this particular color. Okay, and then you know, navigation items, background, and all those kind of stuff. So let's also do same for here. Navigation colors, yeah, so I mean, the transparent covers everything. Okay, so the transparent design covers almost everything over here. So this is navigation colors, this is navigation item background, this is color for buttons, this is also social icon, social colors, and you know, HTML colors and all those kind of stuff. So everything looks great, everything looks perfect. We can publish it over here. Okay, now we will see the effect when we are creating or when we are designing the home page, but for now we're going to look at it the way it is and keep it as it is. Now we also have a sticky header over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to you know, enable sticky over here. So we'll enable the sticky, and then we'll enable it also on mobile also. So we're going to publish it, and it's now sticky. Okay, you will not have any effect because there is nothing over here for you to see. All right, so now let's go and move ahead to the footer. Okay, so with the footer, this is how it looks like. Let's scroll down and see how the footer looks like. So we have the company, we have 1 2 3 4. Okay, so 4 different widgets on the footer. So this is exactly what we're going to do. The below is the copyright, which is this particular one and this one, and then so over here we're going to make it 2. Okay, the columns should be 2, 1 should be here, and 1 should also be social. Okay, and then over here we're going to make the columns also to be 4. Okay, so 1 2 3 4, and then we have widget 1, we have widget 2, we have widget 3, and then we're gonna have widget 4. All right, so once we have this one done, we are good to go. Now let's look at widget 1. What do we want to put in widget 1? Over here we're gonna click on this one and we search for navigation. Okay, so search for navigation menu and click on it, and then you know, just search for the company and just type in our company. Just type in our company, or just company. Okay, so depending on how you want it. So I'm just going to leave it as company. Let me just remove this one and stick to what we have, company. Okay, so this is company, and we click outside it to see the effect. So we are supposed to see the widget having all those how do you call it, all the other things over here. So as you can see, this is what we have over here. Okay, so we have about, available services, latest post, and then FAQ also over here. All right, so once we are done over here, what we are going to do is, because some of them is not showing, let's see what is not showing. Okay, so all of them is showing perfectly well. Now I don't, this particular one is because of the visibility of WooCommerce. Okay, so let's solve this one first. Let me publish this one and go to the dashboard, and then we're going to go to WooCommerce over here, go to settings over here, and we are going to go straight to this tab which says site visibility, and we're going to set the site visibility to live. Okay, so we want to set it to live, and then we click save changes over there. Now when we come and then we refresh the website over here, that particular visibility things that you see over here should be able to go away. All right, so as you can see, everything is gone. Okay, so now let's go back to the footer over here, and we're gonna go to widget 2 over here. So with widget 2 also, we're gonna what is there, it's quick links also over here. So we're looking for navigation again. We're gonna look for navigation, and then when it comes, we're gonna search for quick links, and we just type in quick links. Okay, and we click outside it. We just click outside it for it to load for us. So just sometimes it slows down, so just hold on for it to load, and when everything loads, you're gonna see that everything is gonna be correct over here. So once it's here, let me just click over here. It means it hasn't finished loading. Okay, so quick links is here, and it will come over here. Now let's go to the next one, which is widget 3. And what is in widget 3? Eco-friendly product. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this one, come over here, click here, and then search for navigation, search for navigation. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just look for eco-friendly product and put it over here, and now I'll click outside, and then voila, I'm supposed to have my eco-friendly product also over here. Now I'm going to go to the last one, which is the widget 4, and widget 4 is social media. Okay, so I'm going to copy social media, come over here, search for navigation. The same way we do for all of them, we're going to do same for all of them. And we enter social media over here, we click over here, and then we search for social media, and we'll click outside for it to load for us, and we'll be good to go. So as you can see, everything is working perfectly for us. So we have all the everything set up over here. Now what we have to do is to you see how this one is small, and this one is dark. Yeah, we have to do same for all of them. Okay, so now let's go ahead and then click on this middle row over here, and let's go to it, settings over here, or design over here, and let's adjust the settings over here. So this is the widget titles over here. So of course you can make it anyhow you want to. So I think 16 is quite okay, and we want to choose this particular color for it, and then it will inherit definitely the font, which is Poppins. Okay, so because of the title, it's gonna just inherit Poppins over here. Okay, so we're gonna use Poppins over here, and we will go ahead and use this one, or maybe this one. Okay, so Of course, as you can see, everything works perfectly. Now with the widget content, we don't have any content over here. All what we have is the links. So what you have to do is to change this particular size also over here. So as you can see, you can change the size, you can change everything to the way you want it. So I'm going to just reduce it to 14, and letter spacing, I'm going to make it 0.1, something like this, or 0.05, okay, something like this. And then the style, of course, we can reduce it to regular or even 300, okay, depending on how you want it, okay. And then with a font, if you like, you can search for Lato. Just look for Lato over here, and as you can see, it is looking similar to this particular one over here, okay. So this is how you can be able to customize your footers the way you want it. So over here, what we have to do is just make sure that we have these links also over here. So I'm just going to copy this one, and then come over here and then set this one over here, click on general right. So we have the copyright and all those kind of stuff, site title, and then you can just remove this one, and I won't paste it. I'm just going to say, let me look at how this one say. Okay, so I'm just going to say designed by, so I'll copy this one, okay. So I'm going to come over here and just paste it over here. So designed by blah blah blah. So this is how it looks like. And then I'm going to put it this way, okay. So I want to put it this way. The same thing applies to this one also. I'll scroll down and put it this way. I want it to be far end over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here and go to design, and then I will have to reduce the font to like maybe 12, okay. So 12 or 13, depending on how you want it, okay. And then the style also, I'm going to make it 300, and then the font also, I'll make it Lato. All right, so let's go to the size over here, and then the letter spacing, we'll make it 0.05, which is quite okay. So as you can see, this is how you're gonna have it. And then I'll change this one also. So I'll have this one. Now what I'll do is I'm going to come over here and just reduce or remove the bottom spacing. If you like, you can make it like a 10 or so, depending on how you want it. And over here, I'll click on the social, click on design, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make the colors darker. When you hover on it, it's going to have this one. And then the background, I am going to just make it no background. When you hover on it, it's also not going to have any background, okay. And then this one, if you like, you can reduce it a little bit. So instead of 1, you can make it 0.5 em, depending on how you want it, or 0.85 em, okay. So let's just make it 0.8 em, or maybe 0.9 em. Okay, so this is quite okay. So once we are done, I'm gonna click over here and see if everything is correctly done. You come over here also, you can check if everything is correctly set up for you. And if you feel like you're okay with it, or if you feel like you want to even deepen this place a little bit, of course you can go ahead and do that. So this one, I want to remove the top spacing and make it like a 10, okay. So over here you can just just go ahead and then set a small background for it. So let's say you want to set a very small darker background for it. It depends on how you want it. So as you can see, this is how it will look, okay. So that there's going to be a difference between this and that. Of course, if you still want it the way it was, you can go ahead, go to here, and then still keep it just the way you want it, or you can give it a border, okay. So you can give it a top border over here, and this time around you're going to give it let's say maybe this kind of border, and you're gonna give it one over here. So as you can see, there's a slightly kind of like a faded border over here. Okay, and all depends on how you want it done. All right, so now we have this one. Now our next one that I want also to focus on is also this one. Okay, this one over here. Now I want to go and change the top border to 40, and the bottom also to 40. Okay, so we're gonna have something like this, and we can go ahead and click on publish. So now if you go to the front end, we have our header, we have our footer, all done. Okay, so this is our header, this is our footer, all is done for us. Okay, now it is time for us. Now whatever you do over here, make sure that you do it, you make it mobile responsive. Okay, so whatever you are doing, make it mobile responsive. Now to make it mobile responsive, just click over here and set up the mobile responsibility for it. So this is the canvas over here. So when I click over here and I go to this side, I can change the color of this canvas to, let's say, this white over here. Okay, and then the color of this mobile menu, I can also change it from here to this particular one, and then here will be here like this, right? And then you can go ahead and change your font, your everything the way you want it. Okay, so make sure that everything fits your style and the way you want it. Just give it any font style and anything that you feel it's okay for you, and then you are good to go. So I'm going to give it poppins over here, and it's quite okay for me. Now I want to add a logo at the top. Okay, so I can add an HTML over here and drag this one also over here, and then click over here and go ahead and go to the general, remove this over here, and I'm going to add a logo at the top. Okay, so I'm going to add this logo over here, import or put inside the post. And if I click over here, you see it shows nicely, and it's very, very nice. Now over here also I can click here and then put in the social also over here, and remember that everything that you put in, you need to adjust it the way you want it. Okay, so the social too is quite okay, and I'm pleased with it. So all what I need to do is to just click on publish over here, and everything looks fine, everything looks good, and I'm ready to start creating my how do you call it, my home page. And okay, so let's adjust this one over here. So let's go to this side. Okay, let's go to design, and let's go to close toggle over here. So we're going to change this one to this one, and when we hover on it, we want it to be like this, right, so that we can see it. So as you can see, this is what we want. Okay, so now we can publish it now, and I can go ahead to start creating all the other content that I want to create for the website to be genuine and nice. All right, so now we are done with the header and the footer. We can go ahead and start creating a home page and all the other pages that we want to create. Now before we create home pages, we are creating an e-commerce website, and e-commerce website deals with products. Okay, so we need to create products. So I'm going to show you how you can be able to create your product so that we can use those products to to design our home page. So let's go ahead and start creating product. All right guys, so we are on our dashboard over here, and we're going to start creating product. So to create a product, or to start creating product, all what we need to do is to just hover on product over here, and then we can go ahead to click on add new product. So we're going to add new product. Now let's as it is loading over here, let's go to the main website and let's see some of the products that we have over here. So I'm going to go to the shop so that we can see all the products that we have on the shop page. Now I'm not going to create all products for you, but I'm just showing you how you can be able to create products that you can be able to use on your website. So I'll create one or two and then I'll leave the rest to you. So you see, we have a lot of products over here, a lot of eco products over here, and we're gonna start creating them one after the other. So we will start creating from stainless steel straw pack over here to all the rest. So this is how it looks like. So we have the product name over here, the product price, the product short description over here, and then we scroll down to the number of stock or number of products in stock over here. Then you come down over here to the description, main description, that is the long description we have over here, and then we have some related products also over here. So that's exactly how we're gonna create it. And then we have product images and other stuff whereby you can be able to toggle through it or see more images of that same particular product. So we're gonna go ahead and then start creating this particular product. So what I'll do is I'll copy this one. So of course this is my product name over here. So I'll come over here, and as you can see, this is the product name. So I'm gonna paste it over here, and then this part of creating the product is the long description, and then when you scroll down over here, this is the short description. Okay, so this is the long description, this is the short description. You can add images, you can add so many things over here. Also you can add images and other stuff over here. Okay, but we're gonna make it simple so that you really understand it. So if you go over here, this is the product price, this is the short description. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here, copy this one, come over here, scroll down over here, and then paste it over here. So this is what the short description, as you can see over here, and this is the long description. Okay, the main product description also over here. So I'm gonna come over here, scroll down over here, and then copy this whole thing for the main description over here, and I'll come over here and then paste it over here. So this is the main description. Now like I said, the main description, you can add images, you can add anything. Even the short description, you can also add images and other stuff over there. Now if you come over here, we have the product price also over here, which is 35 over here. Now dealing with product data, so this is the product data. This includes the price, the stock, or inventory, the shipping, and all over other things, variable products and other stuff. Okay, so over here you can choose the kind of product that you want to create, either a simple product, or you can choose group product, external product, or variable product. Now you can group product and then make it one. You can have affiliate or external products which is not you having the stock and then you are selling. Maybe you are just an affiliate to that particular product. You can put it over here. And then also we have variable product also over here. So you can also have variable product also over here. So you can have all these products done. Now mostly when it comes to e-commerce website, we deal with simple product and then variable product. Now simple product are product without no variations, means that it's just one product, there is no variation in that product. So if it is, let's say like this stainless steel that we are creating, is just this color, doesn't have anything again. Okay, so that is what a simple product. Now when we talk about variable product are products with variations, meaning that they have lots of attributes. Okay, so we can have colors, we can have sizes, we can have different things based on what you are selling. Okay, so if you are selling a t-shirt, you realize that t-shirt have sizes, it have colors. Okay, so you might have variations, so you have to use variable product. Okay, you have to select variable product. So maybe you have red, green, yellow, gold, different colors over there, and then you have sizes, maybe small, medium, large, and all those things. So you have to use variable product and then create attributes for all those variable products. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create two things for you. One, simple products, and then the second one, how to create a variable product, and then you can based on it do your own thing. So the first one that we are creating is just simple product over here. So let's look at the product price. Is what is just 35 cedis, $35, sorry. So we're gonna put it over here, just paste it, $35. Now we also have a sale price. So let's say this is the regular price, which is $35, and then it has been reduced to, let's say, maybe a sale price of, let's say, $29, right? When you put it over there, it means that currently you have reduced your price to $29, and this one will be strikeout, and this one will be the one showing. Okay, and then we also have the virtual and then downloadable. So if you want to create a downloadable product, you have to select this one, and then if you want to create a virtual product, you also have to select this one. So mostly downloadable product are virtual and then also downloadable. So you just click on this one so that you won't have any shipping, you have nothing. You just have to select this one, and then to ignore the shipping and all those things from it. Okay, so basically that is it. And then inventory is also very, very important when it comes to e-commerce website. Now, of course, you can have your stock keeping unit number over here, and you can also have your ISBN numbers also over here, and then you can also manage stock or track your stock. Okay, so as you can see over here, we have 105 in stock over here. So of course we can take this one. When we take this one, it gives us a chance to enter the quantity that we have available. So let's say we have 105. Okay, let me leave it as 106. Okay, and then if you want to allow back orders, meaning that you will still accept orders not from the website but back orders. Okay, so you can decide to either allow by notify customer or whatever it is. So basically I do not allow all those things. And then the low stock threshold. So means that you want to notify the admin that when it is like this, let us know that it is low stock. Okay, so you can put it over here. Now the store wide threshold is 2, so when it is just 2, it will be it will notify you that you have low stock. And then also over here we have sold individually. Now this basically is for downloadable products, mostly, or products that you think that you don't want users to select this particular one. Okay, to choose more than one, right? So you just make sure that when you select it, it will bypass this one, meaning that this thing over here is not going to show over here, and that is it. So this is what stock is sold individually over here. Now aside that, shipping and all those things will be treated separately and differently, and I'm not going to handle all those things over here. But this is the basic e-commerce things that you have to know. And then on your right hand side over here, we have the product image and then product gallery. Now this is the product image and this is the product gallery also over here. So we're going to come over here and then set product image. So we have the product already there, so we just have to select this one and then we put it as the product image. So as you can see, it will show over here. Okay, and we also have product gallery, so we click on it to select the gallery. That is the number of images you want it to show aside the main product image. So we just going to use this one and this one also. So just hold control or command and then just select what you want to select. So these two things are what I'm going to use, and I'll click on this one and then it will show over here. Now we also have product categories. Right now with the categories, remember that we created categories that we were using over here, right? And all these categories are the ones showing over here. Now uncategorized is basically a default thing that will definitely come in case you don't categorize your product, will fall under this particular one. Okay, so what does this particular product fall under? You see it over here, reusable kitchenware over here. So we're gonna select this one, which is reusable kitchenware, and then I think all of them is okay. So once you are done, you just click on publish and then your product is published. All right, so once your product is published, if you go to your website and then you click on your shop, you're going to see that that published product will be shown inside your shop. So as you can see over here, this is the product showing over here. Okay, so this is the product, and as you can see, we have the stainless steel straws pack, which is 35 over here. And if you go inside it, we're going to see that we're going to see how it looks like. So this is how it looks like. Okay, now it's not really the same as what we have over here because we have a lot of things over here which will activate it later on in the video. we also, you know, set up the way we want this one and other stuff to look like. And then even the shop page, right? If you look at the shop page, it's different from how this shop page also, the website that we are creating shop page also looks like. But of course we will look at all those things and then fix all those things. But basically this is how you can be able to create a product, and you have your product over here, right? And looking the same, similar to what we have. We don't have related products and other stuff, because this is just single product that we've created. There's nothing, no product again on the website. So as you can see, this is how the shop page looks like. Look at how our shop page looks like. This is how our shop page. So we have to make sure that this our shop page should look similar to this one over here. So as you can see, this is how our shop page looks like. Okay, so we'll get over there. Now the second product that we want to create, I want to show you how you can also create a variable product. Okay, so I'm going to look through products that I think will have, let's say, different colors or different whatever it is. Okay, so let me see if I could just find different products with different colors. Okay, so let me just use this particular bottle over here. Okay, reusable water bottle, and let's say I have two different colors. So one is white, one is one is ash or gray. Okay, so this is a product that I'm going to use as a variable product, so you understand how variable product looks like. Okay, so we're going to use this one. I'm going to copy this one and come over here, and then I'm going to add a new product. So I'll click on this one to add a new product. All right, so once you are over here, we put in the product name over here, and then we have product description. We have the long description. I'm going to copy this long description over here. I'm going to copy it and come over here and put it over here. And then we also have, product price and short description and all those things. So let's say I'm going to copy the product short description over here. I'm going to copy it, come here, scroll down to this place. Okay, that is what product short description. And let's look at the product price. Now, before we even go into the product price, let's select the product type that we are creating. We want to create a variable product. Okay, so we say variable product. Now it says that start by adding attributes. Okay, so add attribute like size and color for customers to choose from on the product page. We will use them to generate product variations. Okay, so I understand now. So now at the moment you select a product, variable product, you see we don't have price over here. It jumps into inventory, okay, and other stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and then go to product. We're gonna go to attribute over here. Now, of course, if you have existing attributes, you can also select them over here. So for instance, we can go to attribute over here. Okay, let me just open new tab over here, and then we add attribute over here. So we'll say maybe this is color attribute. Okay, so we're going to add an attribute which is a color, and then you can order it anyhow you want to. You order it with name, number or numeric, and then term. Okay, so I'm going to just leave it as custom ordering and click on add over here. Now the moment we add a color attribute, it tells us to add configure terms. Okay, so we click on configure terms over here, and then we will be able to add our terms. Now the terms will be the color type, the colors that you want to add. So for instance, we want to add the colors that we're going to use. So the first one is gray. Okay, so I'm going to say maybe white. Now the first one I'm going to add is white. Okay, so and then I'll click on add over here. So this is a white color, and the second one I'm going to say maybe gray. Okay, or ash. Okay, anyhow you want to pronounce it, and then I'm going to add it over. So these are the two attributes that I will just add. And then if I come back to my product over here, so let's say I want to save this one as draft, so I don't have to redo everything again, and then I'll refresh it or maybe just leave the refresh. So once I save that draft, it will automatically refresh itself. And then if I come over here to attribute over here, okay, I'll see that I can be able to add attributes from existing attributes. So you see the color shows over here. So now I can choose the color, okay, and then I can be able to select all the the colors. So I have white, and then I have gray, okay, and then make sure that you tick this one, visible on product page, and then use for variations, because this is very, very important, okay. And then just click on save attribute. So once you save it, it will have to reload itself again, so that it will enter into the variations, okay. So we're gonna click on variations over here, and you're gonna see this over here. You can either add manual variations, or you generate variations from the attribute that you've already created. So we're gonna click on this one, and then we give us this pop-up. Do you want to generate variations? We say this will generate new variations for blah 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 blah. Just click on OK, and then it's going to generate the variations for you. So as you can see, we have gray, we have white, okay. Now we have to configure everything over here. So over here we have to configure it. So we have to make sure that it is enabled, it is not downloadable, it is not virtual, it is not we also have to manage stock over here. So we give the variation price. So this is what the price is 15, okay. So we say maybe the price is what is 15, and if it is on sale, you can put the sale price over here, and then you manage your stock. So stock, let's say how many stock is available over here, 121. So we're gonna say maybe 121, and then aside that, we leave everything as it is, and we go to the next one, which is also white. So for that one also, we want to manage stock, and we give it the price of 15, we give it the stock quantity of 121, and we leave everything over here. Now what you can also do is to add images to it. So we can click over here to upload images. So the first one is the gray, so we can use maybe this bottle, but I'm going to use this particular bottle over here because this is similar to this one, and I set it as the variation. And the second one is the white one, so I'm going to use this one also, and I set it as the variation. Now once I'm done, I can just click here and click here, and then I will save changes. So make sure that you save changes, and once everything is done, you can go ahead and set your product image. So I'm going to click over here to set my product image. So I'm going to set this one as my product image, and then I can go ahead and set add product gallery images. So I'm going to just use this one. Oh no, use maybe this one and this one, and then I'll just add them as gallery images. And then what I'm going to do is I'll select where it falls under. So where does this thing fall under? Falls under other eco product, okay. So of course I can choose anything that I want to use, okay. So let's say I want to use it as personal care product, okay. So once everything is done, you think everything is okay, you can go ahead and click on publish to publish your product. All right, so our product is published, and if you go to the front end and we refresh it, we're gonna see our product also over there. So as you can see over here, this is our product, and if I click on this one, I'm gonna see how it looks like. So you see this one says we should choose an option, so we can click over here and choose the color that we want. So if you choose gray, you see it gives us the gray over here. If we choose white, it's going to give us this white over here, because we set images for all of them, okay. And then you can add your stock, select how many you want to pick and other stuff, and you are good to go. All right, so this is what the variable product, and this is how it works, okay. So once you know how to create a simple product and then a variable product, I think you are good to go. Now what we need to do is I will create more products, so you understand how it works and how everything works, and then we can use those products to be able to create our homepage. So once I've shown you this two, I'm going to create more products, and then we'll come back later on. All right guys, so all the product has been created over here, and as you can see, I've created all the products and we are good to go. If you go to let's go to our shop or our store, websites, store. Let's enter the shop over here, and you're going to see that all the products have been created over here for us. Okay, so now we are good to go to use this product to design our website. So we're going to go ahead and design our homepage using the products that we've already created. So let's go ahead and then use it to design our homepage. So to be able to design our homepage, what we need to do is to go ahead and then go to pages, click on all pages over here, and we'll choose the page that we want to design, which is the front page over here, which is the home page that we want to use. So that is exactly what we are going to do. We are going to design our home page. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, guys, so we're going to click on edit over here, and we are going to click on edit with Elementor. So we're going to click on edit with Elementor to design our home page. Now remember that we are using Elementor to design our home page, so that is why we are clicking the edit with Elementor to design our home page. All right, so this is Elementor, so I'm going to just close this one. This is how the Elementor looks like, the page builder looks like. It's not just a page builder, it's just like a website builder. You can use it to build your website from header to footer and everything from scratch. But in this video we are using the Kadence Theme header and footer, and then we are using the Elementor to build all the pages that we want to build. So as you can see over here, this is how it looks like. Now what you have to do specifically is just use containers and then the widget over here. Okay, so you use any of the layout, whether grid or container, and then you're going to use the widgets that you see or the elements that you see over here. Basically that is exactly what we are going to do. So for instance, to create let's say a hero section, we can drag in a container over here. It's just drag and drop. Okay, so just pick something over here and drop, and at the moment you drop something, the details of that particular, or the settings of that particular widget or container will be shown on the left side over here. Okay, so as you can see, we have the layout, we have the style, we have advanced. So with the layout, it's how the container is being laid out. Okay, so what you can do is you can check whether you want it to be a flexbox container, or you can whether you want it to be a grid. Okay, so depending on how you want it, and then also the width, also you want it to be a box or a full size. Okay, and then also with the width itself, you can change the size of the width over here, and then you can also the minimum height of the width, also you can change it over here. So for instance, I want the width of the site to be 1280 pixel, and then I want the minimum height also to be, let's say, 600. Okay, so it's gonna be something like this. Now over here is the items that you put in, how it's going to be arranged on inside this container. So this is a container, you can put different things over here. You can even put containers inside a container. Okay, and that is how Elementor works. Now, so these are all gaps and other things. You can use the control over here. Now when you go to style, this is how you can be able to style this particular container. So if you want to give it a background color, you can choose it over here and then select the color over here, and then just give it any color that you want. So let's say you want to give it this background color, you can do so. Let's say you just want to give it a color like this, you can also do so. Now if you don't want a color and you want to clear it, you can clear it like this. If you want an image, you can also do so over here by just selecting an image over here, and then use this particular image also over here. So basically that is how it really works. Now if you want to write something over on top over there, you can just click on this plus icon and drag in a text or heading or text widget inside this one. So I'm going to drag in a heading widget. You see how it behaves. Now I can just type in anything over here. So let's say maybe I say welcome to Kitech Digital. Okay, so this is how it's going to be that. Now at the moment we drop this one over here, you see that we also have these settings over here that we can be able to use to edit this particular one. So we want to change the color, so we can go over here, change the color of the text, make it white, put it in the middle over here, change the size or the typography, font family. We can change it and make it like, let's say, Poppins. Okay, we can change it like this. Change this one to, let's say, 55. It's gonna be big. Okay, now if you want to put this one in the middle over here, we have to go to the container itself. So we click over here to see the container settings. We go to its layout. Then when you scroll down over here, you realize that you can put everything in center over here. You can even align the items the way you also want it. So it's gonna be something like this. So anything that you put, it's gonna be in the middle over here. Okay, now let's say you want to add another thing also over here. So I can duplicate this one and it's going to be something like this. Now let's say I want it to be side by side. I still have to go to the container over here and then use the direction over here, direction row over here, and then set it like this. See, this one comes here, this one comes here. Now I can place this one this way, and I can also place this one, go here and place it this way or that way, depending on how I really want it. Okay, so basically this is how this whole thing works. You can add anything that you want to add over here. So that is how we are going to use these particular steps and tricks to be able to create our beautiful homepage that we are creating. So without wasting my time, let's go ahead and start creating the homepage step by step. So I'm going to close or delete this particular one, and then just go ahead and start creating this particular homepage that we want to create. So this is a homepage that we want to create. This is how we want it to be done. So the first side is the hero section over here, and then we also have the hero section have this background color, and then we also have this two column container inside it, one having an image and the other one having words and then some buttons also over here. So we're going to do that as simple as that. All right guys, so first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to create this hero section over here. Okay, so let's go over here and then we're going to add a container. So let's add a container. I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to choose the first one over here, and with a container I'm going to add the width of 1200, okay, 1200 pixel, and then the minimum height of 800, and then let's go to advanced over here, and I'm going to choose a padding. So I'm going to just set a padding of 90 at the top, okay, and then all the other ones will be 000. Now let's go to style over here, and I'll choose a background and I'll set a background image for it. Now remember that we are using this particular background image, so I'm going to select it over here, and it's going to be something like this. Okay, so this is what we are using right now. Aside this one, what we're going to do is inside this particular container, we're going to add another container also inside here. Okay, so let's first of all, let's go to the background over here, and we're going to set the resolution as full, the position as center, the attachment as default, the repeat we're going to say no repeat, and then the size we will take it as cover. So it's going to be something like this. Okay, so very good over here. Now if you notice this particular website, this is having a transparent header. Okay, so what we are also going to do is we're going to make it transparent. Okay, we're going to make the header transparent. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to publish this one first. Okay, I'm going to publish this one, and I'm going to go to the back end over here, go to dashboard, and I will go to the pages over here, go to all pages. Okay, and I'm going to go inside the container, the page home page settings over here. So I'll edit this one, and we should have done this before starting everything. And then I'll click on this particular page settings over here, and then the transparent I'll click on enable over here, and then I will save the changes. Now remember that from the beginning we did the transparent header settings and all those things, okay, from the customizer side. So we're gonna go over here and then refresh this page. Make sure that the changes that we have done should be able to take effect inside what we are doing. So let's hold on for the page to refresh and then we continue. All right, so as you can see over here, this is how it looks like. This is how the transparent header looks like. Now what we haven't changed is this particular one over here. So we need to make sure that we change it, and then also this particular one. But let's go ahead and then just do what we can do best. Okay, so before we go ahead, let's go back over here, and then I want to do the settings for the transparent header first. So I'm going to go to appearance, and then I'm going to go to customize, to go to the settings over there, and then do those settings so that when I'm designing, I know that everything is set for the header, and then I can move on. So as you can see, this is how it looks like, and it's not nice. Okay, so I'm going to go to header over here, and I will go to scroll down to transparent over here, and you see different logo for transparent header. I'm going to just toggle this one, scroll down and add a different logo for the transparent header. So what different logo? I'm going to add this logo over here. Let's see how it looks like. Okay, so yeah, this is the logo that I'm going to add, and I'm going to just choose the logo, and as you can see, this is our logo, and it's the same thing as this one over here. All right, so now that we have this logo, we are good to go. So another one we have to also do is the the stack over here, or the sticky header over here. So what we also want to do is just publish this one, go back over here, and then the sticky header, we're gonna go over here, and once we enable this one, we say different logo for stack header. We will enable this one, and then we will just choose the header, the logo that we want, which is this particular one, and we're going to choose this one over here. Okay, so once we are scrolling, this is the logo that we're going to have, and then also we want to just do some settings for the sticky header once we scroll. So let's go over here and then change all the settings for it. So navigation colors, we want it to be the same as the other one. So we're going to click over here and choose this particular one, and then also this one, we're going to choose this one, and this one we're going to choose this one. So this is how it's going to be like. Okay, so as you can see, this is how it looks like. All right, so what we don't really have, like the changes that we've done, this is what we haven't done yet. So we're gonna go ahead and then look for the cart, okay, the cart colors icons over here, and we can be able to change it. So I'm going to publish this one first, and then I will come here and then choose transparent also over here. All right guys, so we're going to deal with the cart also over here. So with this cart, we want it to be white on transparent. So make sure that you select transparent over here, select your transparent header, and then go to design over here, and then look for cart colors. Okay, so the cart colors, search for it. Let's see where it is right now. So this is navigation, buttons, social. Yeah, so this is the cart colors over here. Okay, so over here we want to change this one to this white over here, and as you can see, it is working perfectly over here. And then with the hover, we also want to change it to let's say this color, so exactly the way this one looks like. And then this one is what? This one is background, and this one is background hover. We want to leave it the way it is. So as you can see, now it works perfectly over here. Now also on the sticky also, we also need to change it. So we go to sticky over here, go to design, and then we look for cart also over here. So cart colors over here. So on the sticky, we want it to be this one. When it is hover, want it to be also this one. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. Hover is this one. So basically we are getting everything done the way we want it. Click on publish and you are good to go. So now that we have set up this thing, now we can go ahead and then go over here, refresh our website, and we can start, our design with no worry at all. All right, guys, so as you can see, we can go ahead and then everything looks perfect over here. Now the only thing we need to continue doing is to design this particular place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click over here, and I'm going to bring container over here. Okay, I'm going to bring two different containers. So I'll duplicate this one to make it two. Okay, so that we have two different containers. Now what I don't want it to do is I want it to be side by side, the container to be one at the left, one at the right. Okay, but with this one it is stuck on each other, which I don't want. Okay, so what I want it to do is I want to go into the settings of the main container, but you see I cannot do that. Okay, because anytime I hover on here, it get missing. The settings over here get missing. So what I'll have to do is I have to click on this icon over here, which is the structure, to release the structure panel for me, and then I can click on the first container, which is the main one, and this settings is going to show over here. Okay, so now with this one I can be able to change the direction over here to row horizontal. Okay, and as you can see, all change over here. Okay, the two containers are now one at the left, one at the right. That is exactly what I want. Okay, so exactly the way I want it. All right, so now that I have this done the way I want it, now I can go ahead and click over here, and then drag in an image over here, select an image that I want to use, choose this particular image, and then voila, as you can see, it is here. Okay, this is the image that I want to use. All the images, or the image that I want to use, and it is here. Now let's look at how this one looks like. This is how it looks like. This looks, if you hover on it, it's like it's bouncing some kind of animation over here. We're gonna do same for it. So we will go to style over here, and then we're gonna go make sure that it is full width over here, and then when you hover on it, we give it a hover animation of let's say Bob. Okay, and it's gonna be something like this. Yeah, that's exactly how we want it. Now if you come over here, we can add our heading over here. So I'm going to add heading over here. Okay, so over here, what is the heading that we have? We have eco-friendly living made simple. So I'm going to copy this one and just type it over here or paste it over here, and I'll come over here, go to change the typography font family over here. So I'll make this one Poppins. Okay, I'm gonna make this one Poppins, and I'll make this one, let's say 85. All right, so something like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and change this one to white. Okay, so let me just publish this one and see why this is behaving this way. Okay, so as you can see, it's now back. Now what I have to do is to go to the main container over here, and let's align everything the way we want it. So we want to make sure that this one is center, this one is also what center. So it's gonna be like this. Now that we have this one this way, now our next is to also make this one this text also over here. So I'm gonna copy this one, and I'll come over here, click on this plus icon over here, and drag in a text widget over here. And my aim is to just change this one to this particular text over here. As you can see, that is it. Now I will just go ahead, go to a style over here, change this one. I'll change the text to Lato. So I'm going to change this one to Lato, the font family to Lato, and I'll change this one to 20. And then yeah, So all what I have to do is to change this text also to white. Okay, so and as you can see, this is how it looks like. Now it is left for us to add some buttons also over here. So if you look at this particular one, we have two different buttons also over here. We have the shop is eco essentials, and then we have learn more over here. So we're gonna do same for this one. So I'm gonna just click over here, and I'm gonna bring a container inside because I want to add two buttons also over here. So with this container, I'm gonna give it a padding of 0, and then inside this particular one, I'll drop in a button over here. Okay, so with this container also, I want to go to the layout and then give the direction as what row horizontal. And this, let's look at how this is how it looks like over here. So I'm gonna go here, and then with the buttons, what I will do is I'm just going to change some few things over here. Now this one says what? Shop Eco Essentials. So I'm going to say Shop Eco Essentials. Okay, and I'm going to go to its settings, and I'll change this one to Poppins. So I'll change this one to Poppins, and I'll leave this one as 600, and I'll leave this one as 17. So it's going to be something like this. And when I come over here with the text, I'm going to change the color to the theme accent, and I'll change this one to white. Okay, and let's come to the the padding over here. Okay, so with the padding over here, let's just give it like a 20, and this is how it's going to be like. Okay, and then with the border radius, we're going to give it 80 over here. So we're going to have something like this. Let's give the border radius like a 90. So we're going to have something like this, right? And I'm going to give it a button over here, and I'll give the button maybe 2, and then the color will also be white. All right, so we have something like this, and when you hover on the button, I want it to change. So we use the hover animation. So when you hover on it, I still want it that bob kind of color also over here, a bob kind of animation over here. So it's going to be something like this, right? Now I want to duplicate this button. So when I duplicate it, this is going to be by its size, and then inside this one is where we have our learn more also over here. So we're going to come over here, and instead of shop eco essentials, we say learn more. Okay, so over here we're gonna say learn more, right? Yeah, so just something like this, and then we'll take this one, or the link will be directed to the about page. Okay, we'll take it to about it, and this one, the link will be directed to the shop page. So this one, we're gonna just direct it to the shop. So type in the shop over here, and then the page will drop for you. All right, the link will drop for you. All right, so over here, let's click on the pencil icon over here, and let's go to style over here, and then we're going to change some few things over here. So what we're going to do is, let's look at how it looks like. So this is just learn more with some transparent background and other stuff. So this will be white. Okay, so this will be white. The background is going to be transparent. Okay, so as you can see, this is how it's going to be like. All right, so we have this also done for us. Now of course you can go ahead and even edit it more. For the padding, I can unlink over here and give this one maybe 30, and give this one also 30. Okay, so it's going to be something like this, and as you can see, now we have our website created for us, and we are good to go. Our hero section is now done. If I publish this one over here and I go to the front end of the website, I'm supposed to have something which, let's go to the front end and see how it looks like. All right, so as you can see, this is how the front end also looks like, and it's similar to this particular one over here. Now the only thing is that this one, it's really down. Okay, and then this one goes like this one is down, and this one is up a little bit. So let's try and then tweak it and see how best we can be able to do with this one. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over here and click on this container over here, and let's go to it, advanced over here, and we're going to unlink the padding over here, and we're going to give the bottom padding, let's raise it a little bit, so like 180, and as you can see over here, it goes up. Okay, so that it's not going to be just at the bottom over here, but it will raise it up a little bit. So we're going to give it a bottom padding of 180 over here. So that is exactly what you have to do. So do it the way you want it. Let's look at this one also. Yeah, so do it the way you want it and you are good to go. Okay, so as you can see, this is how it looks like and we are good to go. Okay, if you like, we can also go over here and then let's give this a padding of 40 also over here, and you are good to go. So guys, this is how you can be able to create this beautiful hero section, as you can see over here. Really simple, really nice, and you are good to go. Now let's look at this one. Let's refresh this place. I want to refresh this place and see how if there's any animations and other stuff, we will add all those animations. And yeah, so as you can see, there are animations over here when you refresh. So let's go ahead and add those animations also over here. So to add animations, we can click on this particular one and go to advanced over here. We want to add an entrance motion or entrance animation. So we go to motion effect over here and then entrance animation over here. Click over here. We want it to show or move from the right. So fade in from or fade in right. Okay, so we want it to fade in right over here. We want to do everything also the same thing. So we want to also add motion effect from here, and this one also we want to say maybe fade in left. So this one will fade in left. Also over here we will give it single motion effect. So we're gonna come over here, fade in also left, and yeah, this container also we can decide to instead of fading left, let's give it fading up also. Yeah, so fading up, so like this. All right, so now let's just publish it and then go to the front end to view how it looks like. So we're gonna go over here, let's refresh our website, and then let's see how this one also. All right, so as you can see, it looks perfect, it looks beautiful, and that is how we can be able to do that. Now our next section is for us to create this section, as you see over here, this beautiful section over here. Now what we are going to do is we're going to go over here and we'll come over here, and then we're going to add a container. So we're going to add another container also over here. So this container, what we will do is we will give it a top and bottom pattern. So I'm going to just unlink the pattern over here, give it a top and bottom pattern, top pattern of 90, and then also bottom pattern of also 90. Now I see something over here. I want this particular image to touch this container over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on this one and then give it just unlink the padding over here, so that you see this particular image touches over here. Okay, so as you can see, this is what I want. All right, so now let's click on this particular one and then just go over here, and I'm going to give it 1200 or 1200 pixel width, and with the height I'm not going to give it any minimum height, as and when I add the content it will come. Now let's go over here, and then we're going to add a background also to it. So I'm going to just give it a background. So if you look at this one, there is a lighter background over here. Now let's go ahead and see if we can find that subtle background. So let's choose this one and see. Okay, so this is quite deep, so we have to make sure that we have a lighter background. So something like this, is quite okay. Okay, so now that we have this one, we can go ahead and add in our our product. So what we are going to do is we're going to add a tab. Okay, so as you can see, these are all tabs over here. So when you click over here, you click over here, you click over here, you click over here, all changes. Okay, so that is exactly what we want to do. We want to add tabs in it. So we will just search for tab. So just click over here and search for tabs over here, and you see you can have this tabs over here. So we're going to add the tabs inside this container. And one amazing thing about what Elementor is that with the tabs you can create different content in each tab over here. Okay, and that is exactly what we want to do. We want to use that particular tabs feature to be able to create these tabs that you see over here. So what we are going to do is we're going to go inside the tabs over here. Okay, so first of all, let's change the direction. So it's gonna be something like this. Okay, and then let's justify it this way. So it's gonna be something like this. So it will start, it will be above, and it's gonna be this way. Okay, so that is exactly how we want it. And then we will go over here to the style of the tab, and what we're going to do is we want to change some from few things. So with the, let me see, yeah, so first of all, with the background over here, I want to give it no background, right? No background over here. When you hover on it also, I don't want to have any background, right? Any background. When it is active also, I don't want it to also have any background. Okay, so I don't want any background for the tabs. Okay, so that is exactly what we want. So whether active or whatever it is, we still don't want any background. Okay, now let's go to the titles over here. So with the titles over here, we will have to change the text and how it looks like. So we're going to choose Poppins for it. For the family, font family, we'll choose Poppins. Okay, we'll choose Poppins. And then with the with the text, we're going to choose 14. Okay, and let's see, we want to choose 400, something like this, right? Yeah. And then also with the colors, I want to choose just some subtle colors, so something like this for normal. And when it comes to hover, we choose strongest text. When it comes to active also, we're going to choose strongest text. So it's going to be something like this. So when you hover on it, this is how it's going to be like. All right, so now that we've set everything in motion and everything in place, I think we are good to go. So okay, so you can set up your box shadow and other stuff. So you can go to active over here and then enable box shadow over here. Make sure that you don't have any shadow for it. So as you can see, there is no shadow, there is nothing. Okay, all what we wanted to do is just some subtle background and other stuff like color and other stuff over here. All right, so now that we have this one done, now let's go over here and then we can be able to input everything that we want to input over here. Okay, so first of all, we want to input this titles over here. So we go over here and then we go to content and then we go to tab 1 and we say all. Okay, so tab 1 will be all. Tab 2, let's see how it is. This is what echo bags and storage. So we're gonna go over here and then we can pick echo bag and storage over here. So echo bags and storage, echo bags and storage. And let's go over here So I want to pick something that I can be able to use so that I wouldn't be going in up and down. So over here I want to put in, yes, okay, so it didn't work. So let me come over here and see again if I can be able to select this one. Yes, so I want to select so that I wouldn't be able to copy in this one. Let me come here and see if I can put in here. Okay, so echo bag, we have, echo cleaning. So I'm gonna come over here and see if I could see echo cleaning. So we have echo bag and storage, which I want to remove. Echo bag and storage, which I want to remove. We also have echo reusable kitchenware. We have personal care. So this one is there. I'm duplicating this one to have let's see, personal care reusable kitchenware. Okay, so we can delete all of them and have personal care, and then the next one is going to be reusable kitchenware. So I'm going to clean all of them and remaining reusable kitchenware. So we have this ones over here, and I'm going to go to style over here and I'll turn all of them. Let's go to titles over here, and then over here I'm going to transform them to uppercase. So as you can see, all of them are in upper case. Okay, so that is what basically it. So uppercase, and I want to separate the text. Sorry, I want to separate the text a little bit. Okay, so just the letters a little bit. So I'm going to come over here and then letter spacing, let's say 0.1 or 0.2 or 0.5. Okay, so 0.5 is quite okay. And let's look at the tabs over here, and the gaps between the tabs, you can also reduce it. Okay, so you can reduce the gap between the tabs also over here. So basically, everything looks fine, everything looks okay. So let's see if I can give it like a negative. Okay, so it won't work. All right, so everything looks fine, everything looks okay, and all what we need to do is to just add our content in one after the other. So we're going to add our content in one after the other. So if you go over here, we'll be adding our content in one after the other. So this is all, so it means that this is all how do you call it, all products, and then this one is category based. Okay, so that is exactly how we are going to do that. Now guys, before we add the product and other stuff, you see that there are more spaces over here. Now if you look at this particular one, the spaces over here is not that much. Okay, so what we are going to do is we will go into it one after the other. So over here, make sure that, let me close this one, make sure that you are inside this particular one, and go to style over here, and then scroll down to patterns over here, and just enter any pattern that you want to. So let's say you want to enter 20, and this is how it's going to be. Now I'm going to enter just 10 for it, so that it's going to be something like this. Okay, so of course you can enter any pattern that you want, and with the titles also over here, I can decide to, you know, change how do you call it, the letter spacing to, let's say, 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 1. Okay, so let me just make it 1 over here. Okay, which is quite okay. So depending on how you want it, you're gonna get it the way you want it. All right, so now that we have this one done, now we can go ahead and then, you know, add our product over here. Now, how do we bring our product over here? Now, we don't have any widget over here because we are not using Elementor Pro. With Elementor Pro, you can be able to pull out products inside, you know, anywhere that you want to, you know, do. Because if you go to it, WooCommerce over here, they have all product archive and all those things over here. But we don't have, you know, that functionality because we are using the free version of Elementor. Now, if you want to get Elementor Pro, I'll leave a link in the description for you. You can be able to get that, you know, Elementor Pro and add more functionalities to your website the way you want it. But for now, I'm going to show you an easy way that you can be able to get your product over here. Now, open a new tab over here and searching for WooCommerce shortcodes. Okay, so WooCommerce shortcodes over here. Now remember that we are using WooCommerce to create our website, so we're going to search for WooCommerce shortcode, and then over here we're going to search for product shortcode. Okay, so product shortcode. Now under this product shortcode, you will see that you have all your, this is pull out all products over here. Okay, so we have the product attribute, which is product, and you can add you know, the limits, the columns, and all those kind of stuff. So I'm just going to come over here and look at an example and copy exactly what they did. Okay, so over here we have random sale product over here, and they have what product limit is 4, columns is what 4, order by popularity, and then the class is quick sale, and then is on sale is true. Okay, so that is what product. They also have featured products over here, which they have product limit is 4, columns is what 2, and then, you know, visibility is featured also over here. So you can go on and go on and go on. Okay, so that is what best selling product. Also we have you know, newest product. So this is what we are going to use, newest product. Okay, so we're going to copy this particular one over here, newest product, and we come over here and we add. So make sure that you are under all. Okay, so all, that is exactly where we are. So click over here, add you know, add what we call how do you call it, a container over here. Go over here. Okay, and then what we are going to do is we're going to add a short code. So look for what we call short code. Okay, and then drag in a short code over here. Now inside this short code is where the short code that we copied from this place is what we're going to paste it over here. So we're going to paste that short code over here, and as you can see, this is our short code over here. Now what we are going to do is we're going to look at what this one have. So under the all, they have 4 columns. All right, and so if you scroll down, they also have 8 products. So 4 4 8. Okay, so over here we want to change the limit to 8 instead of 4. So we say 8 over here, so that it's going to pull out 8 products for us. And as you can see, these are 8 products. Okay, so basically that is what we want. So now we have gotten you know, 1 product done successfully. Okay, and that is exactly what we want. So what we will do is we click over here, and then well, let me just click on this particular one, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go to it advanced over here, I'll link the padding over here and give it a top of 40 and then a bottom also of 40. Okay, and what I'll do is I'm just going to copy this one, come over here, okay, and then paste it over here. Right click and paste. Right, so inside here what I'm going to do is I'm going to change you know, the short code over here. So I'll go back over here and I'm going to search for categories. Okay, so you see specific categories over here. Here's here's how to display hoodies and shirts but not accessories. You configure it to display 2 rows, blah blah blah. Okay, so this is what product limit is 8, columns is 8, category, then you put your category over there, right? So I'm going to copy this one, just copy this one, come over here, and over here I'm going to what, change it to this one. Now remember that we don't have any category called hoodies and what, hoodies and shirts, right? So go to your website. Okay, over here you see your categories over here. Now you're going to see the slag. Okay, if you want to look, check the exact slag, let me just close this one and go to the how do you call it, the back end of the website, so you will see what I'm talking about. Now come over here to product, over here go to categories, and let's check our slags for our categories. Now if you want to check your slag, it's very simple. When you can either do a quick edit, and this is your slag over here. Okay, this is your slag over here. You can just copy it. So just copy it, and then over here we can just remove this hoodies and shirt and put this one over here, and we are supposed to get, you see, it pulls out what we want for us over here. So this is what we want, and we'll copy this one also. So we want the limit to be 8, the columns to be 4. We copy this one also, and then okay, so we're not going to copy, we just copy this particular one, copy it, this container over here, go to this side, go to the eco cleaning supplies, and then paste in this one over here. Now we will change the category slag also over here. So we go to product over here. Now we cancel this one. Instead of eco bags and stuff, we're looking for cleaning supplies. So this particular one, quick edit, copy this one, copy it, come over here, and then remove the eco bags, remove this one and storage, and paste in what you just copied. And as you can see, you have this one over here. Now we're going to do the same thing for the rest of the other ones. So I'm going to copy it and go to personal care, right click over here, paste it, and then go inside this one, go to this place, cancel this one, go to personal care, quick edit, copy personal care over here, the slag, come over here, and I'm going to change the eco cleaning supplies. So I'll put my own over here, which is the personal care, and as you can see, these are all personal care products. Now we're going to do same, copy this one also, copy it, come to reusable kitchenware, you go inside it, or let's close this one, right click here and paste this one over here, click over here, and we're gonna go back, cancel this one, reusable kitchenware, we quick edit, we copy this one, and we come here and we do same for this, oh sorry, we do same for this one also. So over here we remove personal care, and then we do same for reusable kitchen also. So as you can see, this is reusable kitchen. So you, no matter how many categories, you can be able to do all for all of them, and you are good to go. So just publish them if you're okay, and then go to the front end to view it how it looks like. All right, so if I scroll down, you see that now we have all the products showing over here. If I click on this one, it's going to show only the categories for me. Okay, and that is how it works. Okay, so now that we've been able to do this one, now if you look at this particular website over here, we have this button also over here. This button also is showing over here. So let's fix it. So we're gonna come over here, and then what I'll do is I'll just add a container, one container over here. I'll click on this one, go to style over here, click over here, change the how do you call it, the background, color. So I'm going to use the same background color over here. And then what I'll also do is I'll come over here, unlink the padding over here, then click over here, and I'm going to copy what we use over here. So I'll come over here, copy, scroll down over here, and right click and paste this one, and then I'm going to put it in the middle. So I'll come over here, go over here, and I put it in the middle over here. Now what is it written over here? So view more. Okay, so it says what? View more eco essential products. So I'm gonna go to here and I'll paste the view more eco essential, but this doesn't really show anything. You can't really see anything over here, right? So what we will do is we're gonna go to the style of this particular website, and we want the background to be green. So we're gonna go over here, make it green. We want the text to be white, so we're gonna make the text white, and we want also the border also to be this kind of color. So you see, this is how it looks like. Okay, similar to this particular one over here. All right, so now the only difference is we will have to change the typography, transform it to uppercase, and we are good to go. So as you can see over here, if you come to all, you have your product over here, and then let me just click on this particular one, go to advanced over here, and I'm going to leave just remove the bottom padding over here, okay, so that this one will shift up a little bit. And then over here I'm going to add that 90 that I removed, and then put it over here so that this one will be exactly how I want it. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. If you look at it over here also, this is how it looks like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just publish this one. I'm going to just publish this one, and we are good to go. So if we come to the front end over here and refresh the website, we're supposed to have what we want. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. Everything looks great, everything looks perfect, and we are good to go. The only thing is this is not showing the way I want it. So I'm going to go over here and then make sure that this particular container is 1200. Let me also go over here and then see all the containers that we are dealing with. So if possible, this is full width. Okay, let's go over here and let's give it a zero padding. Okay, once we give it a 0 padding, let me go over here and take a look at the container itself. Okay, so the short code of that particular container, so this is the tabs over here, and the tabs, let's see the size. Okay, so this particular container, okay, so we have 40 up, 40. Okay, everything looks fine, but this is supposed to be 1200, right? 1200. So let's click over here, and then yeah, this is 1200. Okay, so make sure that all the containers that is housing the shortcode is 1200. Okay, so we're going to look at all the containers that have the shortcode and change it to 1200. All right, so now that we've done it, let me publish this one. Now before we even move on, I want to make sure that this one is also having that kind of animation that we want. So I'm going to go to advanced over here, and I will go to motion effect also over here, and I'll go to entrance animation, and then I'll fade in up. So it's supposed to be something like this, right? So this one will also fade in up, entrance animation, fading up. Okay, so everything will work perfectly well. So let me just publish it, and then I'll go to the front end to view how it looks like. Okay, so that's exactly how we want it to behave. All right, so now that we have this one done, I think we are good to go. Now if you look at this one, okay, this is only showing on desktop, but if you go to, let's say, a mobile side, so let me just go to the mobile side. Now the mobile view of the tabs is not what you really want. So you see, if you go to the mobile side, it's not tabs. Okay, it doesn't show tabs, it shows the normal thing over here. Now so we're going to recreate this one in the normal normal form. Okay, so that's exactly what we will do next. So the next one is I just want to duplicate or copy this one. Let me just copy this one, come over here, paste it over here, and then I'm going to also delete the tabs. Okay, so I will delete the tabs. I will just delete the tab. So before I delete it, let me just duplicate or copy this one, come over here and paste it also over here. All right, so now I have two things over here. So what I will do is I'm just going to delete the tabs from it, so that I'm not going to use the tabs. I'm going to use just shortcode. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this one, make sure that it is just showing on mobile. So first of all, I'm going to click over here, and then I'm going to bring in divider. Okay, so I'm going to bring in a divider over here, and with the divider, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it, the element is supposed to be text element, and over here let's go over here and see how it looks like on. So we have EcoHaven product, and we have eco-friendly product also over here. So that's exactly what I want. So if I like, I'll just put it on mobile just like this. Okay, and over here I'll click over here and go to advanced over here, link the padding over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just give it a top padding of 40, but right of 20, bottom of also 4, just 20, left of also 20. So it's going to be something like this. And with the divider, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say EcoHaven product. So EcoHaven product, just like this one over here. Okay, so this one is small letters. I did so I'm going to just change it to EcoHaven product. All right, so just like how we have it over here. And what I'm going to also do is I'm going to come over here and add another text over here, and that text is supposed to be eco-friendly product. So over here I'll say eco-friendly product, eco-friendly product. Let's see our eco-friendly product, so we have our eco-friendly product, and I'm going to put it in the middle. So I'm just going to put it in the middle over here. I'm going to change this one to poppins, and then over here I can change it to anything, so maybe 25 or maybe 28, and then over here I'll just leave it as maybe 1.4, so something like this. And then I'll change this one to the strongest text over here, so it's going to be something similar to this one over here. And then I'm going to bring in the short code so that all the product is going to show inside. So before I bring in the short code, I want to bring in another container. Okay, so let me just bring in a container over here, and inside this container is where all the product will come. So I'll add a short code. I'll add a short code and put it over here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come all the way here to all. Okay, to all, copy this short code because I want all the products to be shown over here. So come down over here, and then inside this short code is where I put in this particular so it's gonna be something like this, right? Yes, so this is quite okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this one from desktop. Okay, so that if you're using desktop to see, you will not see this one. So over here I will just go to advanced. Let me style it first. I'll just go to style, reduce this one to like maybe 12 over here, so it's going to be something like this. And then let's go to this one, the main container over here, go to it, advanced, then look at responsive over here, and we'll hide them from tablet and then desktop. I'm going to go straight to this one also, that is the button. I'm going to go to just remove this one and put 40 over here, and I'll scroll down to responsive and also hide it over here. So now if I come to tablet, I'm not supposed to see this one. You see it's hidden over here. If I come to desktop, I'm not also supposed to see this one, right? Now the same way I have to hide this one from mobile. So I click over here, go to advanced, scroll down, and then hide this one also from mobile. Scroll down to this one and also hide it from mobile. So responsiveness, I hide it from mobile. So if I come over here and I go to mobile, you see I don't see the other one over here. Okay, if I go to desktop or tablet, I'm gonna see what I want to see. Okay, so that's exactly how it looks like. All right, so now that we have this one done, we can go ahead and publish it. Okay, so now we are done with the product. Now the one left, let me just close this one. The one left for us to do is to work on this one, and then the latest blog post. So let's quickly do that, and then also turn our website or make it mobile friendly, because when we checked on the mobile, it wasn't really friendly. So that's exactly what we have to do. So, and then also change everything that we see over here. If you go over here, you don't see the same thing over here, right? So we have to style the whole website, customize the product pages and all those things, and make it more nicer. So let's quickly do that as quick as possible. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and create this call to action button, the call to action section over here. Okay, so we're gonna go straight and then create this call to action section over here. So let's go over here, quickly do that. We click on this one, create a flexbox container. We're gonna choose the first one over here, And then what we are going to do is let's just go ahead and just make this one 500. Okay, and go ahead and go to style, add an image, background image. Now the background image that we're going to use is that eco-friendly brush over here. So we're going to just pick this one and scroll down over here. Make sure that the resolution is full. Position should be center, and then attachment, we want to make it fixed. And then repeat, we say no repeat. And then the size, we're going to make it cover. Okay, so it's going to be something like this, right? All right, so let's go to advanced also, and then unlink the padding over here, and then give it 90 at the top, and then also 90 at the bottom. Now over here we want to add this kind of words over here. Okay, so we're gonna come over here and click this one over here and add a container inside this one. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to give it a container size. So the container size, we will give it like a 60%. Okay, 60%. And then click on this one. Make sure that everything that falls over here is on the left or on the start. Okay, so it's going to be over here, and then everything should be center over here. So meaning that this one will not be in the middle, but it's going to be on the on the start side, that is on the left. So click inside the container and add your text over here. So we're going to add a text over here, and let's go over here and then copy this text. So I'm going to copy this one and I'm going to paste it inside this one, and let's just go ahead and style it. So I'll make this one Poppins. So I'm going to make it Poppins, and over here I'll just increase the size, like let's say 45 or maybe 55. Okay, depending on how you want it. And then I'll leave everything as it is, and then come over here and change this one to this dark over here. So 55 is quite huge, so I'm going to make it like maybe 45. Okay, so I'll come over here and then give it a line height of maybe 75. So it's 75 is too big. Be 65. Okay, so if I give it 65, then I'm sure we can do more. So let's look at over here. This is bigger than what we see. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here and then let me give it 55, and with this one I'll give this one also 70. Yeah, so 70 or maybe 70 or 65. Okay, so 65 is quite okay. And come over here and make sure that this one is also maybe 800. Right, all right. So now that we have this one done, we can go over here and let's see if we can have something to copy from here. Okay, so I'm going to copy this particular one and come over here and paste it over here. Okay, now the intention is not to make it as white as I want, but just to use the the other settings that I don't have to. So I'm going to just paste this one over here, come over here, change this one, okay, to maybe medium text or maybe strong text. Okay, so this one is quite okay, and we are good to go. All right, so now we have this one over here, and the next one is to add this shop eco essential. So how do we do that? We're gonna come over here, copy this one, we copy this one. That's one thing about Elementor. Some of the elements you've already created already, or what you need to do is to just copy and paste. Okay, so we paste this one over here, and we can just go to the shop over here, change this one to white, and then change this one to green. Come over here, change this one also to this color. All right, So as you can see, now this one is also done and we are good to go. So our next let me just go inside this one first of all and click here, and let's change this to 1200. Okay, so now we are okay, we are good to go. All right, so as you can see, everything now looks perfect and good. So our next one is also for us to go ahead and create our latest post. Okay, so with this latest post, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, and I've already created this this already. So I'm just going to copy these things over here. So what I'll do is let's see how the latest post looks like. Okay, so this is a grayish color, so I'm going to just copy what I have over here. I'll copy it over here, and I'm going to come over here and then just paste it over here. Okay, so it's not going to show for us, but when I go to advanced, I can release it. Okay, so I can just unhide it over here, and as you can see, I can just remove you know, this one. Okay, I can remove this one, and I will add container over here, and inside this container I'll just reduce it to, like, let's say 40 or maybe 60 over here. And this one, I'm going to put it in the middle, everything in the middle. So put this one over here, I also put this one over here, and as you can see, this is how it's going to look like. Now I'll drag this one inside this one, and I'm going to drag this one also inside this one. So this is how it's going to look like, and inside this one also I'll make sure that everything is centered in the middle. Okay, so with this one I can reduce it a little bit and put it in the middle like this. And with this one, what does it say? It says what? Our latest blog. So I'll copy it, change it to this one, come here, increase the size a little bit to like 55. All right, and with this one it says what? Paradat. Oh no, it's not supposed to be like that. This is not paradat. No, it's supposed to be product. What is paradat? So let's go over here and then change this one. So product. Okay, so let's come over here and make sure that what we want is what we are getting. So this one, what does it say over here? It says EcoHaven blog. So let's copy it and paste it over here. EcoHaven blog over here. So this is exactly what we want. Now let's go over here and then see if we can be able to change something. So I'll come over here and give it the strong text typography. I'll use the Lato because that's exactly what we are using to create our website. And this one I'm going to make it like a 18. Okay, so this one I'll make it like 35. Okay, so now we are good to go. So we have our latest blog over here, and over here we can add the latest blog that we want to add. So let's publish this one. Since we don't have the blog post yet, let's go ahead and then create that blog post. So we're going to go back to our website, go over to post, all post, and you see we only have one post over here, so we're going to trash this post, and I'm going to show you very easy how you can create a post. So let's say this particular let me start from here. 10 easy swaps to live more sustainable or sustainably. So you see, this is This is the heading or the title of the post, and over here we have the content over here. So I'm going to come over here and click on add post. And once we're over here, we can just put a title over here. Let's go to the post again, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy and paste. Okay, I don't want to waste time, so I'll just copy and paste. All right, so I'm just copying. I'll copy right here and come over here and then paste it over here. All right, so this is the content of the post, and we'll come over here and we add a featured image. So what is a featured image? That is this particular image, and that is the same images that you see over here. Okay, so these are all featured image. So let's go ahead and then select 10 easy ways featured image. Okay, so this particular brush over here, so we're going to select this one, and then we are done. Now our next one is to add category. So what is the category of this post? If you see, it says what, eco friendly. So we're going to copy this one and come over here and add a category and name it eco friendly. Okay, and then we're going to click on add category, and our category will be added. Now we can go ahead and click on publish to publish our product, our post. So now our post is published. Now we can go ahead and add one other post. So let me just add one other post. So I'm going to just go ahead and add another post like this particular one. So let me just click on it. All right, so the post title is what, why reusable products save you money. So I'm going to copy this one, come to here, add the title over here, and we're going to go over here and then just add a content. So like the way we did for the first one, we still copy and paste. So I'll copy this one. Now I'm copying and pasting because I don't want to write, but for you have to write everything because you are creating your own post. Okay, so over here we come over here, we add the featured image to it. What featured image do they use? They use this particular image over here, which is, yeah, I'm sure it's this one, or not this one. Oh yeah, this particular one. So I'm going to set this as a featured image, and then I'll use the eco-friendly category that we created for the first product for this particular one also, because of course it is the same eco-friendly over here. So for that, then we just click on publish to publish the post. All right, so we have two posts that we can use to design our next stage of the website. So let's just refresh this one. All right guys, so let's scroll down to the place that we are creating our blog. So over here we're going to add blog post over here. So we're going to add maybe blog, let's say blog, and we have this one over here. So we can drag this one inside here, and it was supposed to pull up our blog post over here. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. Now we want to change this one to cart. Okay, we want to change it to cart, and it's going to be something like this. All right, so the order we want it to be, the number we want it to be 3. Okay, so we want it to be 3, and then let's see, the default card we can just try and then see how it looks like, all of them. So this one, this one, so you can go through to see how all of them looks like, and the one that you feel it's comfortable for you, you can be able to. So this one looks similar to what we have over here. If you go to the home page over here, you're gonna see that this one looks similar to exactly what we have on the home page. So let's scroll down and see. So you see this looks similar. Yeah, it looks similar to what we have over here. So we can definitely use this one. Of course, you can go through it and check. So center align cards, So this is how this one also looks like. Okay, so let me see how this one also looks like. Okay, this one looks like what we also have. So this one also looks like what we also have. We also have maybe center align background gradient, so it's gonna be something like this. We have banner cards also over there. You can choose anyhow you want. So it's between center align cards and right align cards. So each other way we can be able to use it to start designing our pages over here. All right, guys, so we're going to use the center align cards over here, and you have to do some few settings also over here. So the column space, I'm going to just give it 30, and then the post per page, I'm going to give it 3, and the total number also I'm going to give it 3 over here. And of course you can do a lot of settings that you want to do. Okay, all depends on you. We don't want to show any pagination, and the carousel also want to turn it off. And let's go to navigation over here. Yeah, we want to hide this one, and then this one is quite okay. Now let's go to post settings also over here, and let's see the settings. So over here we want to show just 30. Okay, we want to show 30, and we don't want to show post author, we don't want to show post date, we don't want to show this one also. All what we need is post title and this one. So as you can see, it goes back to just the way we want it. So this is exactly how we want it and how we want it to be to be done. All right, so advanced settings, you can also check the advanced settings to filter by category and filter by tag or author or whatever it is. Okay, so basically this is the plugin master add-ons that we installed. Okay, and that is helping us to be able to create what we are creating right now. All right, so now that we have done this one, let's go to style to make sure that it's a style to our design. So as you can see, if you hover on this one, it gives us green, and this one also gives us the green color that we want. So let's style it. So thumbnails, images, and all those things, we're going to leave it as it is. We don't want an overlay or over whatever color. Okay, but of course you can choose to have an overlay color. This title also hover color, we can have this one. And then the title color itself, we're going to choose this strong color over here. The typography, we're going to use our own typography, and we're going to make it poppins. Okay, and you can choose the size that you want it to be. So let's say you want it to be 20, it's going to be 20. 18 is going to be 18. So I'm going to leave it as 18 and let it be. And with the meta and all those things, we don't have any meta over here, but we have read more over here. So the text, we can change it to this one, and when you hover on it, we want it to be dark green. Okay, so when you hover, it's supposed to be like this. All right, so now I think we are cool over here, we are okay over here, and we can just go ahead and publish this one. All right, so if you go to the front end, we're gonna have exactly what we want. So this is our home, our home page, and everything is looking the way we want it to look. Let's go over here and see if this one is having, okay, so 1200. Let's look at this one, 100%. Okay, all right, so I think everything looks great, everything looks the way we want it, and we are good to go. Yeah, exactly the way we want it. So this one looks good, we are good to go. Okay, so now that we have this one set up, I think the website is, the homepage is almost done. And mostly I don't really love creating the other pages, because if you're able to create the home page, you are almost done with the website. So what I want us to do is to work on the responsiveness, and then also the e-commerce aspect of the website. The other pages, the home page, the about page, the services, and the other pages, you can be able to, the contact, you can be able to create it yourself. I don't want to waste time over there. Just figure it out how we created the home page, and then you can be able to create your own about page. Now let's try to inspect it and then see how it looks like on the front end. So you see this is not really good, but if we come over here and we inspect this one, look at how this one looks over here. It looks clean and simple. It looks very good. Everything is properly set up and other stuff. So we need to make sure that we do same for this particular website also, the one that we are creating. So this one doesn't really look good, but this one looks simple and perfect. So let's go over here, and first of all we want to start with the tablet mode. Okay, so let's go up and see how the tablet looks like. So with the tablet we can adjust the size and all those things. So let's click over here and go to size, style over here, and then adjust the style to the size of the style to meet what you want. So let's say 35, which is quite okay. But before that, let's go to the main container, and we need to set some rules for it. So for instance, we give 40 at the top. We also try as much as possible to give a left and right 20. Okay, so 20 at the left, 20 at the right, and then yeah, so basically that is it. So we can also click over here, change this one from 20 to maybe 16. Okay, you can even make it 14, but this one also we're gonna make it 12. So I'm gonna come over here, change this one to 12, and then also come over here, change this one also to 12. Okay, so you see this one is coming to life. Now of course we can click over here and reduce the size of the minimum height a little bit. So I'm going to just reduce it a little bit so it becomes something like 600 or 700. Okay, so this is quite okay for me. And over here also we can go over here and reduce this one. So you see we can make it like an 80. Okay, so 80 is also quite okay. So basically this one looks good, this one looks fine for me. Of course, if you feel like it's not okay for you, you can adjust it a little bit. So instead of the 700 we can make it 600, or maybe 5, so that it meets the way we want it to be on the mobile, the desktop side. So over here you see the space over here is too small, so I want to just add 1.4 rm to it, em to it, so that we have a space over here a little bit. So now this one looks perfect, this one looks okay. So I can even go ahead and add also a space at the top over here. Instead of the 40, I'm going to make it 80. Yeah, so this is quite okay. Now over here also we can adjust it. So let me just come over here and go to this side, and I'll just unlink this one over here, make it 40. And then let's go inside this one. We're going to adjust the text, the titles over here also. So instead of 14 we can make it 12, and it's going to be okay. And I'm going to go over here and then just make here 20 and make here 20. Okay, so this also looks okay. It looks fine over here. With this text and other stuff, we can be able to change it later on, but this one also we can adjust it, make it maybe 14. Okay, and then we are good to go. So I'm gonna come over here, unlink this one and make it like 40. All right, so now let's scroll down and come over here. So I want to adjust this one also. So instead of 55, I'll make it 35. Okay, and then the EM, we're gonna make it 1.4. The same thing applies to this one. Also, instead of 20, we're gonna make it 14 or 16. Okay, and over here also, instead of 17, we're gonna make it 12. All right, and we're gonna just add some 20 over here, 20 at the left. Now since this one is like this, we can even change this one, the width of this one. We can change it from pixel to percentage and add maybe 70 to 8 to make it like this. If you feel like the space over here is too much, we can go ahead and adjust the space from here. So give it a negative 20 margin. It's gonna come true for you. So I think this one is also okay. Now over here also we can adjust it the way we want it. So I'm gonna click over here first of all, go to 8 advanced, unlink this one over here, and I'm gonna come over here and go to and give it a 40 at the top, 40 at the bottom. Now let's click over here, and I don't know why it's pulling at the top, but let me go here and see. Okay, so I'm still gonna come over here and reduce this one a little bit to 30, and this one also we're gonna reduce it, or we're gonna increase it to 50, and then the text, we will reduce the text to 14. All right, so increase this one also a little bit to, instead of what you have 30, we want to make it like 40. Okay, so let me just click here, and then I'm gonna give it a top padding of 40 so it comes down. Okay, because I don't know why it is going up like this. All right, so inside the blog also, what I want is, I want the titles to be reduced. So instead of 18, I want to be 14. Okay, and then let's go to the content a little bit. So the columns over here, I want it to be 2 for mobile, for tablet. Okay, so columns to be 2, and then total number of posts, posts per page should be 3. Let me see, post settings also over here. Okay, so if you feel this one is too much, we can reduce it to like 15, so that we can have some kind of piece over here, right? So this is quite okay. And then let's go to the style a little bit and go to the content also. With the typography, we're gonna change it to Lato. Okay, and over here we want to make it like a 14. Okay, so I'm going to leave this one as it is over here, and we are good to go. So now let's go to mobile, and then make sure that our mobile also looks great. So let's start from here. So yeah, so with this one, yeah, so let's go over here to mobile. I'm gonna make it maybe 1. The column should be 1. Okay, and the row spacing or the column spacing, so the row spacing over here shouldn't be that much, but it's showing that much over here. So we have to make sure that we fix it. But first of all, let me just give this one as 15 over here. Okay, and let me just give this one as a negative and see if it works. Okay, so it doesn't work, but I'll fix it, so don't worry. Total number of posts, total number per page. Okay, so I'm gonna come over here again, the row spacing over here, and I'll give it a negative like I did, but this time around a higher number. So I'm gonna give it like a negative 150. Okay, and let's see. So you see now it's bridging the gap over here. Okay, so because it's a row spacing over here and it's supposed to bridge that gap, so this is quite okay. Okay, you can still increase it if you want. So let's say 170. Okay, so rich is quite okay. So this is quite okay. So negative 170. Now let me just increase this a little bit to let's say 35. All right, so this is also quite okay. And over here I'll come over here and give a gap of 20, or maybe let's say 5, so that this one come on top a little bit. But over here also, let me just increase this one from 50 to 60, and everything is quite okay. So everything is fine. Now let's go to this place and reduce this one a little bit. So I'm going to come over here, reduce it to 28. Okay, I think these ones are okay. I'm going to go to the main top, that is the hero section, and we want to make sure that this one also looks fine. So we'll click over here and then reduce it to like, let's say 28. Okay, over here instead of maybe 16, we want to say maybe 14. All right, and then over here also we can reduce this one from 12. We can make it like 10, but before we do that, let's click over here and let's just adjust this one from 20 to 5, and it's gonna be something like this. And 5 is too small, so we're gonna make it like this, and we're gonna go individually to the the button and scroll over here and then unlink the padding over here and make sure that the top is maybe 20 or maybe 15. So let's make it 15 all around, and it's gonna be like this. Over here also the same thing, we're gonna make it 15 all around. So you see now everything is falling in place the way we want it. Now we're gonna bridge the gap over here. Okay, so we remove the padding which was there. Okay, and what we are going to do is we click over here and then also make sure that we increase this particular one. So you see this how it's going to be like. Okay, but of course it's not that good for us. You see this how it's becoming. It's not really that good for us. because we don't need it that much. What we need is just some 500, which is okay. And then we're gonna go to advanced over here, on link the top over here, and make this 1002 or 120 pixel. Okay, 20 at the right, 20 at the left, and then let's see. Yeah, so I think this is quite okay over here. So we are quite okay over here, and everything looks fine and simple over here. We can increase this one a little bit from 28 to, let's say, 30. Okay, I think this is fine, this is okay, and we are good to go. So we are through with the home page. We can go ahead and publish it, and now we can go ahead to let's close this one, to the front end, to look at the how it looks like on the front end. Okay, so this is how it looks like on the front end, and we are okay with it. We are cool with it. Everything looks perfect, everything looks fine. Now the only thing that we have to do is to work on the products, product and the product pages, and all the other default pages that comes with either WooCommerce or WordPress. So what we are going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go over here, go to appearance over here, and go to customize. Okay, so we want to customize the product and the product pages to make sure that we have everything set up for us. All right, so once we are over here, let's go to the shop page. Okay, I want to go to the shop page because that is where I want to work on. So first of all, this is how the shop page looks like. And if you look at this page and then you look at this particular page also, where is it? This shop page, they are not the same. Okay, so they are not the same. This one have a background. This one's the products have unique buttons over here. So we're gonna make sure that we have all those things. So we're gonna go down over here, go to WooCommerce over here, and then first of all, let's go to product catalog over here, and look at how you want it, and look at how it's done. Okay, the number of products and all those things, how you want it to be done, you can look at it. So on the mobile, we want it to be 2-column, so you can be able to make sure that you set everything. All right, so the buttons style, so the buttons action style always visible. Also the button style, do you want text or button? We want it to be button. Okay, so you make sure that you make everything all right. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. All right, and then you can go to design, and then set your title, background, and all those things. So this is the title, background. You can choose an image for it, just like they have an image for theirs over there. So what image are we choosing? We're gonna choose this particular image over here. So you see, we can choose an image over here, and we can either say no repeat, cover, and then we can even make it scroll. Okay, so depending on how we want it. So once it is done, it is done. You can even give it a cover overlay, background overlay, and other stuff. Okay, so basically that is it. You can change the title, font, and all those kind of stuff. Now let's go to general over here, and product title align, so we can bring it here. Okay, so if you look at it, it is over here, right? And then let's see, show archive title, yes, width, and all those kind of stuff. So if you want a breadcrumb, you can bring make sure that you have that kind of breadcrumb thing. So as you can see, the title and all those things. So we don't want any description for it, so we'll make sure that there is no description. But then as of now, everything looks fine. You can even increase the height of um the container title container over here. So let's say we want to make it 300. So you see it has now been increased over here, so we can just publish it. All right, so let's go to the other side. Now whatever you do, make sure that you are doing it on desktop, on tablet, and on desktop. Okay, so on desktop, we want to just reduce this one. On tablet, you want to just reduce this one to, like, let's say 180. Okay, so let's say 180. And then maybe on tablet you want to reduce this one to, let's say 200. Okay, so basically whatever you are doing, make sure that you do it right. Okay, and then even with the site title and all those things, if you go over here, if you choose, the title that you choose for the site, okay, so 17 title font, you should make sure that everything is also the way you want it, right? If you come over here, this is 24, you can reduce this one to any, anything that we want. Okay, so make sure that everything is unique and the same the way you want it. The same way applies to you see how it looks like over here. It is really bad. So let's first of all, let's go to the desktop and then look at the archive layout. Okay, so the archive layout is this particular one, the product archive. Okay, so the product archive font, we can go ahead and check it out. So the font, they said is 17, but if you look at it, maybe it wouldn't be 17. So this one is 17. When you go to this tablet also, it said it's 17, so we're going to reduce it to 15. When you go over here, it said it's 15, we're going to reduce it to, let's say, 12. Okay, 12 is quite okay. And the site title, the color, we're going to choose this particular color for it. Now the same thing applies to the price, but I'm going to leave the price the way it is. Now we're going to go to the button font over here. So over here, I'm going to go straight over here and reduce this one to 12 or maybe 10. Okay, reduce it to 10 over here. Yeah, so 10 is quite okay. And you can, change the font and other stuff, the way you want it. It depends on how you want it. Okay, so everything depends on how you want it. If you want a border radius like we want, we can, make it like a 50 border radius like this. And when you go over here, it's gonna be like this. You come over here, also everything looks perfect like this. Okay, so I think we are through with this one. We can just go ahead and publish it. Okay, so let's go back. Yeah, so for the products, we are through with it. Let's go back to the single product layout. So for single product layout, let's click into one of the single product and see how the layout looks like. So this is how the single product layout looks like. Okay, so you have product over here and you have some of the things that you can change. Let's look at the cutlery over here. So over here we want to change things over here, because if you go over here and you look into the single product, how it looks like, you see that this one is different. This one have minus and plus. The add to cart is over there. So if you look at this one, the add to cart is even not the way we want it. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how it looks like. So we leave at breadcrumb, which is okay. Let's see. Okay, so vertical spacing enabled. Okay, so product element, we have the category, we have the title, we have rating, we have price style, accepts the price. With the price over here, you can allow shipping over here, and then you can say maybe free shipping and all those things. Yeah, so you see it is over here. but I'm going to just leave it as it is. Add to cart also, you can, you know, make it medium, large, or normal, okay, depending on how you want it. And then if you look at the medium, this is how it will become. This is medium. If you look at large, it will also become larger, okay. And the normal is the one that we are using. Okay, so extras, if you look at extras means what? Free shipping and other stuff. And this one have all those extras over here, right? So we're gonna what? Enable that one also. And then payment also, we're gonna enable the payment also options also over here. So as you can see, this is it. We have this. You, when you go into it, you can show Stripe, you can show you know, different things that you want to show, okay. So over here they show Stripe and all those kind of stuff. All right, so you see now we've done everything that we have to do. Let's go over here, and the quantity, custom quantity plus and minus, when we enable it, that's when we're going to have the plus and minus also over here, okay. And we want to enable it. All right, so I think now everything is quite okay. With this button over here, we'll change it from the main button setup. Okay, so now we have everything set up right the way we want it. Okay, so yeah, so now everything is quite okay, everything is good. Let me see, show related products. Okay, let me see if everything is okay the way we want it. All right, so now everything is fine. The next one we'll go to is what? My account. For my account, the navigation, we want it to be on the left. If you want to see it, you can go over here and see my account also over here, and then you're gonna see that the navigation is on the right, which is not good. We want it to come on the left. So we want it to come on the left, and you can decide to show avatar name and all those things. So we publish it, and when we come over here and refresh it, it's gonna come over here. Okay, so that is it. So that is it for my account. Now let's go to what again? Okay, so let's look at the pages one after the other. So first of all, let's go to colors and font, buttons over here, and the button radius, I'm gonna make it an 80. Okay, so as you can see, this one becomes what we want. All right, so I'm gonna publish it, and now let's go back over here to post and pages layout. So let's look at archive layout, right? So what is an archive layout? This is an archive layout, that is the blog. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Now this is an archive layout. Now if you go to the main website over here and you click on the blog, the archive layout is different. So see how this one looks neat and nice. Okay, so we want to make sure that this one also feel the same way. All right, so what we are going to do is, first of all, let's go to design over here, and then, you know, give it a background. So we're going to give it a background image. So we change the image to which one? Yeah, so this one over here, we're going to give it this particular background image. And what we'll do is we'll put this one over here. Okay, and then we'll enable breadcrumb also over there. All right, and then we'll give this one like maybe 350. Okay, so it's gonna be something like this. Okay, so yep. Okay, so with this one, let's see the blog, it's in 3.3. Okay, so blog columns is 3. So what do we see over here? So we see the meta over here. So I'm going to just remove the meta. Do I need a category? So let me just, okay, so the category is there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to accept over here and reduce it to maybe 30. So reduce it to 30. Let's see, or maybe 25 or 15 or whatever it is. So let me just say 15. Okay, so 15 is quite okay. And then I'm gonna go to design over here, and we'll have to change the post item title. We'll have to just change it to the font over here. Let's make it 20 or maybe 18. Yeah, so 18 is quite okay. And then when we go to tablet also, we're gonna make it 16. And when we go over here also, we're gonna make it maybe 14. Okay, so everywhere is quite okay. Now let's go to the category font and all those kind of stuff. So the meta and all those things, you can do it the way you want it. So category font, you can do it the way you want it. Meta font also, you can do it the way you want it. Now aside that, let's see if there's something we can change over here. So side background and all those things, I'm going to leave it as it is over there. And I'm going to go over here, and we will enter into a single post. So this is how the single post looks like. Okay, but we want to change it. We want to change it. So let's try and see if we can be able to change it. So let's use this one. So this is how this one also looks like, and we're gonna use this one also. So this is how this one also looks like. All right, so let's take a look at a single post, and let's see how that one also looks like. So it looks like this, but over here looks like this, right? So it looks like this. All right, okay, looks like this. So it showed title, everything will be in the center over here. We don't show meta. Okay, so this is how it's looking like. And then let's see. All right, so let's play around this one. So let's use the default first one and see how it looks like. Okay, so this is how this one looks like. And what about this one? Okay, this one also looks like this, and this one also looks like this, but I want it to be on top of the whole thing. So I'm just going to play around it to see how it looks like. Okay, so we're gonna, yes, so this is what we want, the content style. So we want it this way. Okay, so this is quite okay, and this is good for us. All right, so what we don't want to show is we want to show similar, related and all those things. We don't want to show comment. Okay, we don't want to show comment, so comment will be removed from here. Okay, so basically we are through with this one. Also, we can go ahead and publish it. So now I think basically we are through with everything. Let's take a look at how this one looks like. Okay, so everything looks fine, everything looks correct. Now the only thing we did not do is to do the about page, the services pages, and then maybe the contact page. Aside that, everything is been done, and I did not do this one because I want you guys to do it yourself and to use the skills that you've learned designing the home page to be able to, design the other pages yourself. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's continue learning together. My name is Kobe. See you in the next video. Bye bye.